Park was a ripping grand final on the Sunday. Beautiful day. Is there a contingency in place if the Cats were to be in an MCG or even an interstate twilight preliminary final that you would not go head-to-head and we potentially might see the GFNL grand final day played on the Sunday?
Absolutely. The contingency plan is in place. Nothing confirmed, of course, at the moment, but definitely a contingency plan in place, making sure that once that fixturing is released, we do adapt accordingly. And fortunately, we've got some very good relationships with those within the AFL, so that as soon as we have any indication, as well as the Cats, if things are going to move in that direction, then we can start executing our contingencies from our end. But it's definitely on the table, that's for sure, as we want to make sure that this competition gets the exposure that it deserves at its pointy end of the season.
It'd be very hard for K-Rock to call a GFL grand final with the Cats playing at the same time or crossing over. So just from our very selfish point of view, if you could make that change happen, Ed, if it was a clash, that'd be much appreciated.
Kingy, you're pretty talented. I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah, thank you. Matty Kershaw. Oh, you've taken the headset off. I thought you were going to fire a question, Matty.
No, I'm all good.
Yeah, you're all good?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm all good.
Okay, very good. All right, Ed, we'll let you go because we only wanted to drag you in for a few minutes just to have a quick chat. And we're not too far away from bounce. Both these teams are very much excited about getting into this contest this afternoon. Have you found getting around and watching a little bit of GFL footy in the Standard?
Oh, it's very impressive. As I said before, best competition in the state. I don't say that lightly. It's an incredibly high standard. We can see with the progression pathways of so many of the players who played in GFNL before and then finding themselves in the AFL men's competition. But we're very fortunate all the way through our juniors and also our female footy finals this weekend. There's an incredible standard across the entire region, and I'm very proud in my shoes to be standing where I am and leading from the front. So appreciate the support of those like yourself with that.
Ed, last time we spoke, you were knee-deep in trying to find a rental. Have you found a place? You're okay? You're living in town?
I am indeed, yes.
You found a good coffee shop?
A coffee shop also acquired.
Well done.
Yeah.
You haven't had lunch with Simon Riddick, hopefully, because he's a reptile, just like Kershaw. He's his best mate.
Simon's working too hard, that's
well
the
done.
problem.
Good answer. Good answer. You found a good coffee shop. You've got a house. You're going okay then. That's good. It's good to hear.
It's settling nicely. Good work.
Absolutely.
Ed, are you sticking around watching the game this afternoon?
I am indeed.
You know what, you're going to get a real...
It's going to be very, very good. I'm looking forward to it.
You'll get a good feel for GFL footy this afternoon. Good to see you. Really appreciate you joining us, and we'll talk to you throughout the finals.
Thank you, Key. Much appreciated.
Ed Wilson joining us there, AFL Barwon Region Manager. Thanks to HMC Flooring, Fine Street, or West Fine Street in Newtown.
Just down the street.
There's you sort of got the little you got Rex Gorell just over the other side of the swimming pool, and you've got our good friends down there, of course, with HMC Flooring.
Yes.
And then you go out to the Port Arlington Road, and you've got Multi Skills, who are now bringing us Matty Kershaw, and Geelong Marine World as well. So we've got a lot going on.
The territory, I tell you.
Going on.
We are covering some territory. We better take a break, come back, and then we're going to do the pendulum. Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head too.
Yes, very good one today.
Oh,
hey, something bigger.
Oh.
Guess who we've got today? Oh. The Moth.
Yes, Aaron Richards.
Oh, he's back.
First time for the year the Moth is on.
Oh, he's done his own appointments again today. Perfect.
Josh Brown, David Chaston, Aaron Richards controlling this one
the
this
Moth.
afternoon. Yeah. We better take a break before the bounce. Ponds and Lane Hotel, Team Tyre Power. Get your friends together and have a fun day out at the Ponds and the Lane Hotel. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe. K-Rock footy.
The world sure is a crazy place right now. From staff shortages to supply chain issues and the enduring effects of the pandemic, families throughout our community are feeling the cost of living pinch. That's why we've gotten together with our friends at Geelong Bank to help you bust your bills. Phone, electricity, gas, water, mortgage, rego, car payments, credit cards, your uncontrollable addiction to French fromage. Upload your bill now at krock.com.au and listen every Friday morning. Tom Lingy and Loggies, Bill Busters. Busting the bills that are busting your balls. And closer to home, Geelong Bank, where we grow. K-Rock 955.
You play strong, now look strong. Loco Sportswear ice stream apparel for championship teams. On the field, on the court, all sports. Plus a full range of training wear and supporter merchandise. No artwork fees, no delivery fees, just great value. And Loco Sportswear turns around orders fast. They can even set up an online store for your club. Loco Sportswear. Play strong, look strong. locosportswear.com.au
It's on now. Harvey Norman Bedding's Australian-made mattress floor stock clearance. This is the time to get an amazing bargain on discontinued floor stock mattresses. Shop from all of our big-name brands like Sleepmaker, Sealy and King Coil. Upgrade your old mattress and save with amazing bargains on floor stock mattresses. The Australian-made mattress floor stock clearance at Harvey Norman Bedding now. Easy parking at 2 Geelong locations, Princes Highway, Corio and Warn Ponds.
In this Geelong property boom, there are 2 rooms that can make your home hot property, the kitchen and the bathroom. Before you sell, see New Grove bench tops and give your old bench top and vanity a fresh modern look. It's a quick, easy way to add appeal and value. New Grove bench tops in Breakwater. Open from 6:30am to 4:30pm weekdays so you can see them before work. Find out more now. newgrovebenchtops.com.au.
Hi, I'm Patrick Dangerfield. When you're on the highway to the danger zone, make sure it's in a Rex Gorell new or used car. Rex Gorell just can't be beaten. They top the ladder when it comes to range, service, value and quality. So you'll only get the best when you buy your car from Rex Gorell. Family owned and committed to Geelong. Do what I've done. Join the winning team at Rex Gorell.
Rex Gorell, Fine Street on the Trobe Terrace, Geelong. Visit rexgorell.com.au. LMCTs 1308 8349.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Before the bounce, Team Tyre Power and the Ponds and Norlane Hotels. Relax and catch up with friends, Ponds and Norlane Hotel. Josh Conway, South Point Garden Supplies. Ash and the team, 15 Boneyards Avenue, Torquay. You've just trotted out to the umpires and got a good feel for the deck.
Yeah, thank you for that, Kingy. Yeah, it's in great condition. Should be no issues today. St Mary's kicking to the swimming pool end as well, or the right of your radio dial.
Nick Knott captaining today. Winner and margin, please, Buzz.
Draw.
A draw, right, well played. Matty Kershaw, Geelong Insurance Brokers, head-to-head.
Head-to-head, here we go. Are you ready for this one, Kingy?
Has to be quick.
It is. Azuma Nelson v Jeff Fennick. It is Matt McMahon and Ben Maloney. I reckon there's $1.40 to be reported today, Maloney.
Winner and margin?
St Mary's 12 points. Pendulum says 12.
We are underway, first quarter.
St Mary's by 4 for me. And we are starting. Wilkinson goes up.
Harvey Norman.
Knock gets it down. Harvey Norman, first quarter. Let's go. K-Rock Football Live. David McMahon tries to get out of the middle at the ACO here. And pack develops. Umpire will come in. Umpire Chaston in charge.
What did you say, Kirsch? How much?
12 points, St Mary's.
Jace?
Yeah, St Mary's by 4 points. It's going to be a very tight one this afternoon, Kingy.
Newtown for me.
Newtown. Here we go.
Because Robbo's standing in front.
Well done. Not. Gets it down and tries to get a kick away. Maloney got one high. Umpire, did he find it? He may have. He has. The moth was right there.
Laurie Hill, winner and margin.
Travellini from half back to half forward. No mark taken by Christensen. Off the back of the pack, Sutterby gets it close to the boundary line. Now Reid, little under kick towards Orr. He gets it out as well. Walter, and a free kick too high. Going to come back, I think, to Harrison Orr at half back for the Eagles. And he's going to just settle the play down now with Harry Cole to stand the mark. We'll get some Wombat Gully Plant Farm match-up shortly with Kirsch as well. There's going to be plenty of good ones. We see.
It went quick, though, the start.
Oh, whack, whack, whack. Damien McMahon going with Matt McMahon. So that's interesting to see.
Yeah, Wombat Gully Plant Farm. As the ball finally retreated, Orr goes back inside defensive 50. Sutterby has marked. He looks up and he sees 35 players in front of him at the swimming pool end of the ground he is. He goes into the right back pocket with a well-weighted kick and finds a marking option in front of the old past players stand. Play on, kicking out towards Kermond, who marks just inside defensive 50. Just happy to control the footy, Kirsch, early as he handballs off and gets some run from Sutterby. Sutterby brings it wide, looking for Panuccio, who marks in front of Connors for Newtown and Chilwell at left half back. Tom Panuccio, the Euroa product. Spent some time in the VFL with the Cats this year. Kicks towards the wing, wanting Wilkinson or Sheehan. Sheehan can't mark. Front of the pack, Dowling was clean. Handball on the up. Chance now to clear towards half forward. The kick was okay from Maishman, and he found Connors at right half forward.
Connors now goes with a long kick inside 50 over the back. Free kick found for a push. I think it's going to come back to St Mary's. And was it Tom Lang who got the push? I think it was. And he's going to take the resultant free kick. About 40 out from goal, 45-degree angle.
McMullen and Sheehan's a nice little match-up up the other end for Newtown.
So for Wombat Gully, Plant Farm, matchups this afternoon, as we said, plenty of mouth-watering matchups.
Riley Hall, Braden Hocking, another nice one.
And Tom Lang now back in the team this afternoon at the southern end of the ground to come in. 40 out, 45 to angle. I think he's pushed it to the near side, hasn't just quite come back and through for one behind. First score of the afternoon is to the home side. They are one behind. Newtown yet to score. 3 played, first term. And time clock, as always, thanks to Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
Kicking is short and dumped as he kicked was Sotheby. Kicks out wide and he has turned that over. Here's Garner with the footy, sending it back inside forward 50, back with the flight well judged by Fiore. Where's Fiore lined up, please, Kirsch?
He's lined up on half back and seems to be getting the job on Dowling, but Dowling's pushed right up the ground at the moment and handed over to Kermond.
Chance now for a kick inside 50, Travellini had it knocked away. Damien McMahon hit over the footy and the ball actually reefed out of the back of the pack there by Christensen, but Kerman's going to pick up the loose ball. Got a handball. Matt McMahon trying to don't argue on Rayner, and that will be holding the ball. So good defensive pressure there from Keaton Rayner, and not surprisingly let Matt McMahon know all about it after winning the free kick, and we suspect that Matt McMahon will cop plenty of attention throughout the afternoon. Damien McMahon, their coach, did say that he will just take it in his stride, but that's not what he wanted to start the contest. And Keaton Rayner, who's not been a noted goal kicker in his GFL career, playing game number 32. He actually only has the 1 goal to his name. And this for his second of his GFL career and a 7-point St Mary's lead in this first quarter of K-Rock football, thanks to Harvey Norman. 35 out, directly in front, kept it low, too low. Didn't hit it very well. Spoil from... might have been Maddock, has knocked it out through for a behind. So a minor score there for the Saints. Missed opportunity. They are 2 behinds. Newtown yet to score. Opening quarter. Gone 4.5 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
Newtown with a quick kick in towards Kerman. Out on centre wing. Orr was there as well. They both run into each other. Orr gets it too slow though. Repped into the ground, holding the ball. And free kick to Zach Sherman on centre wing for the home side. He goes back in board to Knott. Thought about the handball towards Damien McMahon. In the end, gives it to Travellini. Inside 50 with the kick punched away. Fiore goes towards the boundary line and sees it over about 50 around from the St Mary's goals. One of the more inglorious things I've seen is co-coach Travis Robertson devouring chips and gravy in front of us after the big win in the reserves. He took no time to get rid of that, didn't he? Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so it's Glenn Keith's 3 weeks in charge as they do it as part of a block system. Quick kick there from Charlie Byrne, our Leopold Sporties Player of the Day from a few weeks ago. Going forward now, Newtown towards half forwards over the head of Fiore. So good work defensively there by Zeitz, who has played forward in his early days with St Mary's, but back there in a matchup for Wombat Gully Plant Farm to Ling to Damien McMahon. Still inside defensive 50, the running machine. He now will take off and send a kick towards the outer side of the ground. It's well weighted for Sherman. Sherman wanted to take off, but then just retreated as Mick Condy was about to shut him down. Now called to play on. Sherman sends a kick towards forward 50. Kermon came up, couldn't take the mark in front of Garner. Pritchard receives a handball, kicks on his left boot towards Saw Giovanni, who is marked right next to the boundary line, left forward pocket. Swimming pool end of the ground. So Saw Giovanni kicked down low, not great, did no favours for Dowling in his attempt to grab the footy. And when he did take it, he was wrapped up in a tackle, and we will get a ball up. And we are about 40 metres out. Actually, in fact, it was Chalcraft who was the man trying to attempt a mark. Umpire throwing it into the air, tapped down by Wilkinson, hitting it at pace. Chance for Charlie Byrne. Swings onto his left boot, kicking wide, looking for Panuccio. In fact, it's over his head, and the mark taken by Dunn.
Dunn gives it away to Walder by hand. Has to get on the left now, go towards half forward, send it out in front of Bove, who couldn't take it. Panuccio came at it as well. Connors saw he and the footy over the boundary lines. Centre wing for a boundary throw-in.
Positive start by St Mary's, probably about 90% game time in forward half, and every time Newtown have got it down only there 2 times in their forward half, it's rebounded straight away.
Back not in the ruck contest, gave it away by hand to Dowling, handball inboard to Garner, with a little bit of a torpedo off the side mung kick inside towards Christensen in 50. Needs some support, has he got it? He's got Rayner behind him. The kick was smothered. And they work pretty hard, Newtown across half-back again. All set up. Dowling went bang and got him in a tackle. Pack develops at 50 and the umpire may have to come in. He's going to let it go. Or Dowling got it out. Did well to Connors. Close to the boundary line. Worked in traffic. Right foot kick back inside 50. Kerman runs back, touched off the boot, and now the umpire will come in and ball it up about 30 out from the St Mary's goal.
Harry McMahon laying the tackle. Aaron Riches with Dave Chaston and Josh Brown controlling the action today. Tapped down by Knott. Roving through the pack, saw Giovanni, found some room where there was none. A handball off, Dowling on his left boot, perfectly positioned to drive a goal. Good release, saw Giovanni. They all get around him, but Dowling, he doesn't need too much time. And remember, I reckon against Newtown earlier in the year, was it 0-5 or 0-4 that he kicked? Well, that's a good start for him. He kicks the goal that gets his team underway. St Mary's 1-2-8. Newtown yet to score in this opening quarter of K-Rock football. Thanks to Harvey Norman and for Multi-Skills. Unleash your potential with construction industry training at Multi-Skills. Here's Matty Kershaw.
I was just about to talk about Dowling and the importance of him in this game, but his last 4 weeks have been pretty quiet. No goals, 2 goals, no goals, 4 goals against St Albans and no goals against Newtown. So he's in for a big one today, and the way he's moving around today, the way he started, he's looking dangerous. So look for him today to put himself in the bag.
Back to the middle. Neither Knott nor Wilkinson can get the ruck contest down, but coming on just Maloney, who came straight off the bench and got the kick away from the middle. Side of the pack. St Mary's with the numbers. Doesn't sit though for Harry McMahon. Newtown fighting hard for it at the back. Umpire is going to come in and ball it up again. So collapses around the contest. About 30. See Giovanni up again at the fall of the ball. Knott and Wilkinson. Oh, gee, that's a bit of a hold from Wilkinson. Umpire said play on. Bove got the handball to McMahon. Runs through half back. Goes out wide. Is it okay? Panuccio can't take the mark. He's wrapped up straight away. Byrne comes across to help as well. Umpire lets it go. He's going to come in and ball it up now. Just forward of centre wing for St Mary's into attack. They have started the better. They're 1-2-8. And Newtown yet to score. We've played 9.5 minutes first term. And as always, time clock thanks to Port Phillip Ferries. There's no better way to travel.
Yes, there isn't, Jace. Tapped down by Wilkinson. Went over the head, might have been a Pritchard, tracking it to the boundary line and seeing it out is Panuccio with Connors. And we'll get a boundary thrown almost in front of our best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Try their new Mexican Jaffle. Only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Wilkinson front position for Newtown in the ruck contest, won the tap down, almost at his own roving. Garner reeled it in, but then it spilled out. Wilkinson diving on it, handball on the up, Bove, missed Mitch Diamond. Diamond, now tackle, Rayner, good second big tackle of the contest and wins himself another free kick. He found himself out of the side about a month ago, but he's back in, and that's what will keep him in when the big names roll back. Rayner driving, kick inside forward 50. Harry McMahon, good strong hands. Takes a nice mark. A Hamlin hanger contender early to the pocket. He goes wanting a marking target. Lang got his hands on it, brought it to ground, then tackled and dumped by Fiore. But had he released afterwards, or was it holding the ball? It's holding the ball, and Fiore has won the free kick in the left back pocket. He's covering a lot of ground, Fiore.
He is. He's up and down, isn't he, at the moment?
So Fiore in the back pocket. Front of the Don Matheson Pavilion goes Sheehan. Can't take the mark off the back of the pack. Might sit okay. The ball came quickly for Hollard. And umpire said it was a throw. And Mitch Diamond's going to take the free kick at half-back for the Eagles.
Good to see umpires paying that, because a lot let it go.
Oh, yeah. They're there, pay it.
So Diamond now, he's going to really have to kick down the line. Not much room to move at the moment. He does that now. Right foot kick to half-forward Sheehan from full-back. 3 St Mary's players were there. That was touched. Umpire said play on. Not got a push in the back. The umpire said play on. Sheehan's over the top of him. And it will be another ball up just forward of centre wing for Newtown.
Not Wilkinson going at it again as they will for most of the afternoon. Wilkinson got a little fist on it. Pritchard though, quick handball release was good. Maishman in traffic. Harry McMahon handball back, heard a voice. It was Garner before the Colac star on the left boot, jamming it towards half forward. Kerman came up, might have got one high from Lang, and that's how the umpire saw it. Chop of the arms or high contact, take your pick. And Luke Kerman, who always seems to get injured in K-Rock games, hopefully not today. We always seem to get the running commentary from him. He goes short, and it's a scything ball under the chest of Matty Lloyd, who's in the short sleeves today. Steps around Rayner and then kicks on his left. It's a real mung, but it's going to work out all right. Sutterby, good hands on the floater.
He goes now with the right foot kick first inside 50 for Newtown. Oh, over the back. Good Mark Riley, all back in the team. Hamlin hanger contender from the St Mary's defender. He goes wide now towards Garner, who takes the mark at half back. Plays on quickly, drills it towards Dowling, gets a hand to it off the back. Christensen, pretty good hands for a big fella. Then he lost it in the tackle. The tackle came from Fiore. The umpire will come in and ball it up right on centre wing and right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7.
We spoke about it pre-game about how they're going to take the game away from him. You look at the numbers of Newtown in the corridor, and it's taking away St Mary's Avenue down the corridor.
Bove's handball release was good to Harris. That's Charlie, because Ned's not playing today, but he's turned it over. Kick Zeitz on the bounce. Pritchard in traffic. Handball release. Maishman back to Pritchard. Right next to the interchange gates. Sotheby a tackle. Turned it over, did Pritchard, but it was a throw anyway. He handballed it to Panuccio, but the umpire said it was a throw. Gee, the intensity at ground level, Josh Conway, is really up there at the moment.
Yeah, unbelievable, Kingy.
Sotheby long looking for Sheen. Could mark front of the pack. Saw Giovanni. Handball release. Nick Knott released to Maishman. Shrugged a tackle. Handball back to Knott. Knott jammed it on the boot towards half back. It was touched off the boot. Dowling didn't take it cleanly anyway. Maloney on the up. That was a throw. Umpire was blindsided. Diving on it. Garner. That's where you've got trouble, although it spills out. Cole trying to just burst his way through. Dowling as well. Coming the other way and thrown out of the pack was Byrne. Taken by Sotheby. Holding the ball. Gee, that was hot.
There's what we talked about yesterday. You can't win the ball.
Consistency.
So a free kick in the hands of Cade Chalcraft, who's had some sort of year.
Oh, geez, he puts it up high, back into the middle. Lateral kick. Is it going to be okay? Harry McMahon had to sit under it. He does. He goes, he got his head back on. Play on. Back to Maishman. Inside 50 with a kick. Turned it over again. And Fiore again standing there. Oh, in fact, it might have been Lloyd. He goes short.
Gracious.
And they just chip the ball around. Sotheby, who's worked back to half-back, takes the mark. So just tempo football now from Newtown along the line of Matty McMahon at true half-back.
That's what they're good at, Jason, is just maintaining possession, Newtown. They're a high-possession team, and this is what they can do all game.
Is that boost from Matt McMahon?
Yeah, there is. McMahon right in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Goes towards Sheehan. Got a bit of separation there. On McMullen, was able to take the mark in the middle of Anthony Costa, and the call to play on now has to go with the left foot, turned it over, struggling across half forward, Knott takes the mark.
I worry how Newtown are going to find a score this afternoon with no Waddell and Bond.
Yep, that's right.
They've sent Hocking forward, and we know he's kicked goals this year, but they're going to have to find goals from their midfield.
Well, they've had the one inside 50, Kingy. That doesn't help either.
Travellini, the half forward. Spoil came from Maddock, brought it to ground. Numbers there, though, with Pritchard for St Mary's. His handball back in board, knocked away by Wilkinson. Good, clean hands. Chalcraft released to Damien McMahon. St Mary's go inside forward 50. It's a floating ball. Back with the flight. Wonderful mark. Handball over the top. Harry McMahon has kicked the goal under pressure. He's able to put it through. But the mark of Harry Cole, it was a mung floater inside forward 50. And McMahon back with the flight for St Mary's, taking a Hamlin hanger. And it finishes in a goal to the Saints. They kick their second of the afternoon. And it's a very handy one to go to Archbishop Desmond, 2-2-14. Newtown yet to score in this opening quarter of K-Rock football, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
We spoke about Newtown squeezing the ground and making sure that St Mary's can't use the corridor, but what St Mary's are very good at, and we spoke about pre-game, is their ability to hit targets by foot and go forward. And they're a go-forward side, and you can see that as soon as they get the ball forward, you're in all sorts of trouble, whether it's on a hit-up or out the back, and they can kick goals anytime.
Knott gets it down. Garner couldn't take it. Back to Knott. Tumbling right foot kick towards half forward. Dowling might have the front and centre. He can't take it though. Kerman rode the barb. Got wrapped up. Hall was there. And so was Harry Cole. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 50 out from the St Mary's goal. Left half forward. Southern end of the ground. So big pack around the play too. As the umpire throws the ball in the air. Knott got his left fist to it. Rove though by Walter. Just turns around, tumbling torpedo punt towards centre wing, diving mark, not taken. And the ball's going to be pushed out by Hall. Got it wide. Umpire said play on, ball spills free. Bove towards half forward. Hollard on a long lead, takes a good mark overhead in front of Connors. So he goes now, Hollard inside 50. Hocking goes up. And second grab takes it, falls to the ground. Hall was right next to him, but he did nicely and will shoot the goal from 35 out. Slide angle.
Yeah, they got some numbers back then, St Mary's, into the hole, but still couldn't defend Hocking. I mean, Hocking's that good size player. He's actually quite mobile as well, and we know how good he is in the air. So, like you said, Kingy, he's going to have to be the one that kicks a bag today for them to stay in this game of footy. But Hollard, we know how talented he is. I've seen him a fair bit this year at Falcons level, and the kid can play. He's a very good talent.
Braden Hocking kicked a bag earlier in the year against Grovedale, has got 19 goals for the season, playing game 133 for the Towners, and he kicks an important goal. They did need that. I know the margin's only 14, now back to 8, but they just needed something to steady them, and they go to 1 straight 6. They trail St Mary's 2-2-14, opening quarter of K-Rock football, thanks to Harvey Norman. Of course, also through the AFL Bar and Facebook live stream. Hope you're enjoying the call wherever you are listening, and don't forget you can message us anytime on the K-Rock football SMS line. Thanks to New Grove Bench Top 0456 955 955. Kirsch, if for multi-skills.
On the back of that discussion, Kingy, it's like every time the ball goes in their forward 50, they're going to have to try and score just to sort of keep in this game, I feel, without their forwards up there. So they're going to have to get bang for buck, really, when the ball goes inside their forward 50.
So back in the middle, ball spills to the back for Garner. Had it, lost it. On hands and knees, needs to get it up. Christensen got a high tackle. The umpire said play on, and he will come in, the umpire, to ball it up. Just forward of the centre circle for Newtown.
It's almost like a little bit of a drop tackle we're talking about round the head at the moment. We've seen 2 or 3 of those today already.
He's up against Wilkinson, Christensen. Goes up and gets his left fist to it. Damien McMahon to run onto it. Coming the other way was Orr. Still in the middle. Handball backwards to Wilkinson. Good to Sutterby in traffic. Right foot kick towards half forward for Newtown. Connors gets back there. He wants to kick it laterally. Dangerous kick, and in fact turned it over. Hocking, 55 from goal. Short little kick inside. McMahon tore it from Sawney's path and took the mark in front of his teammate. And will shoot for goal from 45 out.
Still a few boos there. Deliberately took my earphone off.
But Matt McMahon doesn't mind, because that means every time he's booed,
he's getting the ball. He'd be happy to boot 40 times today, I reckon. Yeah. So McMahon comes in pretty much the same spot as Braden Hocking, maybe just a little bit further out. And he doesn't get the distance, so he goes perfectly into the Lockie Peck pocket and finds Mick Condy, who is inexcusably from St Mary's defence left alone by about 20 metres.
Good call, Jace. Poor defending. He stood there for about 10 seconds on his own. Yeah, he's playing as a permanent forward at the moment, Michael Condy. How does that happen?
He's going to come in. He's about 20 out in the Peck pocket. Left foot kick. Should have no trouble with the accuracy now, because he's put it through on that left. And they've got 2 in a couple of minutes. Mick Condy's first. Newtown's second. They are 2 straight 12. They trail St Mary's 2-2-14. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. And in the experts chair for multi-skills, as always, Matt Kershaw.
Well, I know we spoke about it earlier, but the inside 50 opportunities, they're now starting to maintain a little bit of possession themselves in time in forward half. So it's a little bit of a seesaw affair here, where the first 10 to 12 minutes was St Mary's, and now Newtown are starting to fight back and just finding their way with possession inside their forward half and getting some value. So all of a sudden the game's starting to even up a little bit.
Too easily forgotten. He's an ex-St Mary's player, Mick Condy, of course, when his brother Rob was co-coach here with Bryce Vincent back in the middle. Oh, crunch. Down goes Rayner, cleaned up front on by Diamond. But the free kicks, and Rayner's in a little bit of trouble there just for the moment for St John of God. Keep an eye on that, Buzz. But the free kick has actually gone to Diamond to add insult to injury. Kick long, Paul front position, couldn't mark, but recovered well. Handball Maloney, and he's just going to dink a kick into the middle of the ground. The Cole eventually basketball dribbled to himself. Well, his mum did play for Australia, so you'd expect that to be all right in the genes. He's got it back and gave a handball off to Damien McMahon. Kick inside forward 50, bouncing ball, and Tom Lang is going to stroll into an open goal. And that's all because Harry Cole's bloodlines allowed him to dribble the Sharon like a basketball. And Tommy Lang has got his first back into the side. Great to be back, round 10, broken hand, and he's kicked his 20th of the season, 88th of his career. And they get a nice little reply, St Mary's. They're 3-2-20, Newtown 2 straight, 12, 21 minutes gone. First quarter, for those who don't know yet, Harry Cole's mum, Marissa, when she was Marissa Rowe, went to a World Championships in the mid-80s with the Australian, well, they weren't the Opals back then, but they are now.
Like it, every week we get something, don't we? We get some type of sporting education from Kingy. It's like, what sport are we going to have this weekend? We've had it all.
Oh, you've given us a Zuma Nelson and Jeff Fennick.
I gave you Zuma Nelson, Jeff Fennick, Princess Park style, where Fennick got beat.
Showing your age.
1992.
Back to the middle. 8 points of difference here at Anthony Costa Oval. Sheen in the ruck having a run now against Christensen for St Mary's. Garner, fresh air shot with the right foot kick. Christensen over the top of it as well. Sheen in there, and the umpire, I think he's going to let it go. Yeah, he is. So he reckons Blake Sutterby hatched it, and he's given the free kick to Garner. He gets it out to Damien McMahon, right half forward. He wants to go longer. He goes inside 50 with the kick. No mark taken. And Newtown defenders working overtime again. Falls to Cole. His kick was smothered. Close to the boundary line, about 40 out, and smothered a second time. He tried to get it away, and now they run it out through Blake Reed, Newtown defence. And we'll have a boundary throw in about 40 around from the St Mary's goal.
Good crowd at the Don Matheson Pavilion. The cloud just starting to gather over Anthony Costa Oval. We did have a nice bright morning, but has just started to bundle up. Not sure whether we'll get any rain or not. Keep an eye on the radar for South Point Garden Supplies. Tap down Christensen, roving. Cole, quick snap for St Mary's to the top of the goal square. Bounces over the head of Maddock, and not you think Maddock would be too agile, and he shares a handball with Lloyd. He gave it back to Maddock. It was a bit of a mung kick towards half-back. Rolling ball. Numbers there, including Diamond for Newtown and Chilwell. He couldn't take it cleanly. Rayner comes in on Orr. He can't take it cleanly, or he's being harassed by maybe McMahon or Ling. Is it Ling? And it's going to be holding the ball, I reckon. And Rayner has won himself another free kick for holding the ball. It's the third of the quarter for Keaton Rayner. Kick towards the pocket, spoil by Lloyd, knocking it away from Chelcraft. And it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket, swimming pool or southern end of the ground. The Rex Gorell end of Anthony Costa Oval.
Nice wedge, like it. Good. Good old Rex Gorell.
Nothing like a Rex Gorell forward.
Tell Hawley to come too.
Boundary throw in left forward pocket. St Mary's into attack again. Sheehan up against Christensen. Front and centre Garner, as always. Tries to get the footy out. He did. Sotheby's handball. Missed the target. Sherman coming the other way, or over the top of it as well. Pack develops. Still there. Oh, is that a push in the back? I think it might be.
Yes.
It is. Straight into the middle of Raiden's...
So you've combined his name now.
Like,
You've got
what was
the
it
guineas about
Bronte. Now I'm calling him Craner.
Crane. Wasn't he in Seinfeld?
Yeah, Craner.
Was he mates with O'Brien?
Yeah, stop it. Don't go there. Rayner has the free kick, a fourth one of the first term, and he'll shoot the goal from 30 out. He's gone back on a nice little run up in the runway, and he's in the left forward pocket, southern end of the ground. He comes in, keeps it low again. This time, it's much better. And Rayner has put his first on the board this afternoon and the fourth for St Mary's. They go to 4-2-26. They lead Newtown 2 straight 12. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Best kick in the family.
Best kick in the family. A lot straighter than his dad. He's giving some instructions to Riley Hall, the follically challenged, both of them.
Follically challenged. Be quiet, Robbo. Robbo was thinking of having a crack it in there too.
Yeah, you can join him.
How are the chips and gravy today, Robbo? Are they good? Up to scratch? Beautiful. That's good. Very, very nice to hear. Well done.
Welcome to My Kitchen Rules. Umpire tosses it into the umpire, Chaston. Not of St Mary's winning the tap down. Matt McMahon hunting the footy, but well done by Sherman. Was able to step through a tackle and jam it on the boot towards centre half forward. Harry McMahon overran the footy. Pritchard head over it. Wrapped up by Dunn. Ball spills out the side door. Here's Rory Diamond getting a handball or taken to ground in a tackle. That's Rayner again. How many tackles has Rayner laid for Kershaw? It must be half a dozen in this opening quarter, Kirsch.
He started well, hasn't he? He's really putting the pressure on the Newtown defenders.
Usually playing off half back, but a little sort of defensive forward role that's working out quite... Oh, Harrison Orr taken high will get a free kick for Newtown. Chalcraft was a little bit indiscriminate inside defensive 50. The Towners will hold up. So after getting back to within a couple of points, they now find themselves again 14 in a rear. Yeah, it's got a little bit dark here as Orr goes towards the outer wing, wanting Wilkinson presenting, but not marking in front of Connors, and off the hands of the pack, Travellini. He's able to run it out on the side of the ground where the Tomlingy and Loggy little trailer just sits from last night's Cats game. Of course, Tom Lingy and Loggy tomorrow from 6 a.m. on K-Rock 955.
If nobody's gone home, Tom, Lingy or Loggy is still there, and we are as well. And Anthony Costa Oval, kick from the ruck contest, not gets it away. Rayner has brought his own footy today. Or against him, close to the boundary line, tried to get it back to Fio. Ran out of room there, and there is no rain on the radar.
Tom and Lingy were at the President's function last night, along with our very own technical guru, Dino.
Yes, look at him. He's looking a shade of his former self too, Dino, here in the box.
Left forward pocket boundary throw in. Wilkinson winning it back towards the boundary line, but it will go out of bounds and a boundary throw. He's actually knocked it out right in front of the old man. Has Cam Wilkinson. Dad Pete just sitting very comfortably on a bench over there, watching on a Sunday afternoon. Superstar he was for Grovedale. Ball back into play. Not winning the tap down this time. Dowling hits it a pace outside of the left boot. He just doesn't get enough banana on it to get it through for a goal. He misses to our near side, through for a minor score. 4-3-27, but that is Paddy Dowling. Well, finishing off's at his best, but that's what he can produce.
I'm really watching that matchup, him and Fiore, and they really are just playing off each other. Fiore's giving him a little bit of a licence, and I think it might be just that to try and get Fiore as that spare down there.
Lloyd goes in with a kick towards Wilkinson. Little toe poke off the ground. Sawney fell in the arms of both. Along centre wing. They get it out the front. Oh, it was a great chase. Harris got a kick away. Diamond followed it up. Goes inside 50. Hollard over the back in the Peck pocket. 40 out from goal. Goes for goal and just misses to the far side and through for one behind. So first minor of the afternoon for the visitors. 2-1-13. They trail St Mary's 4-3-27. 27 and a half played in his first term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Port Phillip Ferry's, there's no better way to travel.
Travellini into the left back pocket for St Mary's. The Peck pocket where Damien McMahon has marked. The number 16 steps around Hollard on the mark and buys some territory. It's a floater towards half back. Up goes Charlie Harris. Can't complete the mark. Dowling front of the pack for St Mary's. Couldn't take it cleanly. And he sees it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. As we approach 28 minutes gone. Quite boundary side buzz for you this afternoon for South Point Garden Supplies.
Yeah, fair to say not much happening down here, Kingy, but got the perfect vantage point. It's a hot game of footy out there.
Temperature dropped a little bit?
No, it's still quite mild, mate.
So from free kick in the ruck contest, coming back to St Mary's, Nick Knott at half back for the home side. Goes with a kick to the lead. Christensen pushed under the football and it's down about to hold the ball up. I think it's Walter. No, in fact, it is Luke Maddock who has it and goes along towards half forward. Wilkinson did well against Knott behind, took the mark at right half forward. Pretty congested between he and the forward pocket and the Peck pocket. Oh, he goes with an inside out torpedo pump which hit a target. Fantastic kick.
Kirsch, is that the worst ball drop you've ever seen?
I don't think I've seen worse for a long time. I think Pete would be over there shaking his head. But
well, he's got the ball to Blake Sutterby.
That's Andrew Dunkley style.
Joe, what there is 100% efficiency going inside forward 50 at the moment.
Don't
he is.
complain. He found a target. It was Blake Sutterby.
Absolutely.
Hit him lace out, inside out torpedo. Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see a ball drop like that from this fella.
No.
He's a very classy footballer, Blake Sutterby.
Footballer by foot. He comes in, right foot kick. Has he got the distance? It's offhand, still in the front of the pack. Kick over their head. No, it's up the shot tower. Punched away, massive punch away to Sherman. He got the handball on the outboard in the back pocket. Travellini measures the pass. They're on the out now and they go to Sorgiovanni.
Gives it off to Dowling at left half back for St Mary's. Just has a casual little bounce. Just steadies himself now. Touches it to the ground. Just behind the scoreboard. He'll kick it towards half forward. And in the end, they've actually let themselves down. Maddock marks for Newtown. Handball off to Matt McMahon. He kicks and he set Harris a task because Connors played spoiler. Cleaned up at the front. Travellini, he's kicked to centre half forward. Will go to ground level. Rory Diamond couldn't take it. Good tackle by Garner, bringing his Newtown opponent to ground. That's Walter, and that will be holding the ball against Zachy Walter. Inside 50 goes the kick from Garner. It's a floater that bounces at the feet of Harry McMahon. Can he trap it? No, he can't, but Maishman there to help him out for St Mary's. 45 from goal. Long ball. Back with the flight. Sherman has not been able to complete the mark. It's knocked through for a minor score. And the margin will be 15 as quarter time upon us. You could hear St Mary's screaming to get it forward. They had a bit of a witness to what the time was like going into this first break and how much was remaining, and it's 4-4-28 St Mary's Newtown 2-1-13. A very entertaining opening quarter of action and a quarter that went very, very quickly from a call box perspective. Josh Conway is going to head out towards the huddles. Not sure whether he's going to reef somebody from one of the two teams for a very quick chat. Buzz, are you loitering with intent? He's sending us to a break. He's calling the shot. He's gone to the Laurie Hill executive producer role and said, no, you can go to a break.
Push
and
Loz to the side.
And Buddha. I think Buddha likes to
run it too. He's in charge.
Although Loz has actually headed over to the VFL, he'll keep us up to date.
He's in charge then.
Yes,
Josh.
around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. We will take a break, come back. It is quarter time here at Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's 4-4-28, Newtown 2-1-13. It is first quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman. Back shortly, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7, the new Mexican Jaffle, only at Apco Cafe 24/7. Lip breathe, Carol Footy.
It takes years of commitment, determination, and more than a bit of intelligence to become fluent in another language. Unfortunately, Tom, Lingy and Loggy possess none of those traits. Until you add fried chicken to the equation. Then it's less linguistics and more winguistics. The stakes are thigh-high each Wednesday morning as we give away a clockload of delicious gourmet chicken and beer. All you have to do is translate the song lyric using your powers of winguistics. Winger, winger, chicken dinger. Tom, Lingy and Loggy's Winguistics. It's a skill you never knew you needed until just this very moment. Gourmet Chicken and Beer's Daily Happy Hour. $3 beers from 3 to 6 p.m.
Searching for Geelong's biggest bargains underfoot? See Harvey Norman Flooring now. Whatever you want to walk on, hybrid and timber flooring, laminates, carpets and a wide selection of rugs, there's so much choice and styles to suit every home and budget. And Harvey Norman's team of flooring experts will help you every step of the way. Great service, a great price and the right advice. Harvey Norman, your flooring experts. Easy parking at 2 locations, Princess Highway, Corio and Warren Ponds.
If you're looking to train for skills you want to gain, operator, digger, or work as a rigger. Multi-skills, unleash your potential. Multi-skills, unleash your potential.
Multiskills.com.au. RTO ID 40846.
Meals with the family, drinks with your mates, and plenty of good times. The Leopold Sportsman's Club is your complete family venue with so much on offer all the time. Come try the new menu, still featuring all your old favourites, but with some tasty new additions. A new kids menu, small serve mains, and of course on Wednesday, it's $17 Palmy Night with your choice of 5 Palmy varieties. Enjoy great lunch specials Monday to Saturday. LeopoldSportings.com, your complete family venue. 135 Kensington Road, Leopold.
Create something special in your garden this spring with South Point Garden Supplies, home of the largest range of garden and building products on the Surf Coast. Revive your garden with coloured sands and soils, decorative feature rocks, driveway toppings, pavers and building supplies. And protect your garden into summer with fresh mulch or organic composts. Delivering to commercial and residential projects throughout Geelong, the Surf Coast and inner city Melbourne. Or bring your own trailer. South Point Garden Supplies, behind Bunnings off the Surf Coast Highway, Torquay. southpt.com.au.
On-road, off-road. Check out Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, the home of Ironman 4x4. Everything is on display in the huge showroom, and you can get great deals on bull bars, winches, suspension, swags and more. They're your local agent for Carry Boy canopies, plus X-Rocks bars, Clearview towing mirrors, HEMA mapping and Ozpig. Before you go on your next 4-wheel drive and camping adventure, get a pre-trip inspection. Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, Melbourne Road, North Geelong, next to Supercheap.
Hello, it's Jamie and Erin from Wombat Gully Plant Farm Geelong.
Dad, footy is on.
Okay, Erin, but I've got to tell everyone that just like a footy team, Wombat Gully Plant Farm are here to go the extra mile. Stick to the plan, have fun, work together and give it our best shot so your garden can be the greatest garden of all.
Dad, you sound just like a coach.
Oh, thanks, Erin. Now, whose turn is it to do the dishes?
Not me. I'm still on the bench, Dad.
Right. So see you soon at Wombat Gully Plant Farm.
201 Townsend Road, Moollap.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, ABCO. Fueled by ABCO Cafe 24/7.
Tapped down by Knott. Roving through the pack, saw Giovanni, found some room where there was none. A handball off, Dowling on his left boot, perfectly positioned to drive a goal. Chalcraft released to Damien McMahon. St Mary's go inside forward 50. It's a floating ball. Goal off, back with the flight. Wonderful mark. Handball over the top. Harry McMahon has kicked the goal under pressure. Quarter time, 4-4-28, St Mary's, Newtown 2-1-13. Josh Conway standing next to injured St Mary's captain Jack Blood.
Buddy, firstly, your thoughts on that opening turn?
Yeah, it was red hot, but it was unreal to watch, so it was really good.
What was the message from Casey? I don't think you were listening too attentively, but from what you caught, what did he make of the opening stanza?
Nah, I was listening a little bit. They just want to bring pressure, which I thought we brought in this first quarter, and we've just got to keep it up for another 3 to go. So.
And yourself, mate, what's keeping you out of action today?
Just a quad, so hopefully in either next week or the week after, but we'll see how it progresses during the week.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time.
Jack Blood there speaking with Josh Conway. Thank you to Jack Blood for joining us. Well done, Buzz. Buzz down boundary side this afternoon. Keeping an eye on the weather too for South Point Garden Supplies. There's no rain on the radar for South Point Garden Supplies, Jace, but it has darkened up here and got a little bit cooler at Anthony Costa Oval. We'll go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Quarter time in the VFL clash just across the way at GMHBA Stadium. The Cats 31 trailing Sandringham 38. A bunch of individual goal kickers for the Cats. Evans, Narkle, Simpson, Sapatolis and Zach Zybel from Colac playing his second game after, of course, that broken leg earlier this year from a VFL pracky match. Got back for Colac. Lockie Bond's out there as well, so could have easily been here. John Segler is playing after being the Medi sub last night for the Cats. Sean Higgins is out there as well, has had 7 disposals. Of course, motivated by talking to K-Rock pre-game last night. What did you make of that first quarter, Kirsch, for multi-skills?
It was a tale of two footy teams in their ball movement. Newtown a little bit slower and possession happy, and St Mary's really quick to get that ball forward. And as we saw, when they move it forward, even though they've got no access to the corridor at the moment because of Newtown's defence, once they get the ball out the back, they can score really quick and really heavily, and that's happened a few times already this quarter.
Unleash your potential with construction industry training at Multiskills, multiskills.com.au. Second quarter underway. Here's Jason
Wilkinson gets it down. Garner, kick was smothered in the middle for St Mary's. Oh, big tackle. Came straight in off the centre square. Sherman. Now Rayner, his kick was smothered as well. Goes towards Diamond, put his head over the ball, left it behind Rayner with a little toe poke out to centre wing. Tried to get the ball on the up, close to Maishman and the boundary line. Will it run out of room? The umpire is coming in for a ball upright in front of the scoreboard here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Rayner and Wilkinson, their dads played together at Grovedale. You reckon Daniel Fraser would like them father-son?
That was father-son rules.
So ball up.
Would Lara like an R. Kershaw?
Oh, hang on. Now Garner gets the kick around the corner. Getting back there, Reed had some support. Kermit off a step. Left foot kick. Baloney stands in front. Not. A bit of Candy. Got it away. Dowling with a short little kick. Might sit okay. They get the ball through the middle. Sherman goes with the kick. Oh, Lang couldn't take it on the... Had to take it on the half volley. In fact, couldn't take the mark. And the umpire will come in and ball it up just on 50 for St Mary's, who are attacking the northern end in this second term.
Bit of a breeze, Buzz, impacting either end.
Ever so slightly. It's more across the ground than anything, Kingy, but still pretty slight.
The South Point Garden Supplies, Sutterby from the contest, a handball up to Charlie Byrne. Byrne kick towards half forward, does Hocking no favours. Just tried to palm it on, but didn't get good connection. It was taken by McMullen of St Mary's. He sends a kick towards half forward. Keenan Rayner, he's really playing well at the moment. Couldn't complete the mark there. Worried out of it by all. Matt McMahon tried to get a handball on the up. Now they find Bove, and the former Falcon skipper goes short for Newtown, and they're out with Charlie Byrne, who's got it, the left footer in front of the scoreboard for Apco Cafe 24/7. Kick on the half volley. Well done, Bove. Got rid of Rayner, and then a handball up to Mick Condy. Condy, left footer, long ball into the left forward pocket. Not a great kick, did Sheehan, no favours. And it rolls out of bounds for a boundary throw in front of the old Geelong Pass play stand that sits proudly in the southeast corner of Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's 4-4-28, Newtown 2-1-13. Second quarter, 2 minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
So boundary throw in. McMullen and Sheehan. Sheehan pushed McMullen into the actual contest. Now run free. Damien McMahon from half back. Drills the ball into the middle. Christensen takes it just back of the centre circle. Goes with a right foot kick towards half forward over the back. Blake Reed takes the mark and he drills it back into McMahon. Bit of space for the Newtown skipper. Runs free. Goes towards centre half forward. Terrible kick. You don't say that too often about Matt McMahon's skills, but that was right over the head of Jai Sheehan. And they were able to move the ball. The mark was taken by Zeitz, and then they go to Travellini and back to Sherman at the point of the centre square at half-back.
Zach Sherman wasn't in the selected side on Thursday night, but is playing this afternoon. A bunch of changes for both teams. In fact, 5 made by St Mary's, 6 made by Newtown and Chilwell from their most recent games. Of course, for St Mary's, that was a fortnight ago when they snuck past by. Hard to believe they beat South Barham by a point based on what we saw of the Swans yesterday. Front of the pack, Bove does the roving on the outer wing. Gave it to Sutterby. Runner in board was Matty Lloyd. Lloyd a handball. Zach Walter for Newtown, spinning and kicking towards centre half forward. Bounces at the feet of Panuccio. Handball releases good. Diamond's just got to finish. Diamond does finish for Newtown. Dare I say it, a sparkling finish from Diamond. Newtown 3-1-19. St Mary's Mary's 4-4-28. Second quarter, Abco Cafe 24/7 scoreboard.
Oh, no.
Kingy, when we spoke about it just before the bounce, we spoke about the ball movement of both sides, and Newtown was just a little bit slower, and if they're going to get back into this game of footy, they're going to have to move the ball a little bit quicker and braver, and that was a lot better. They moved it from half-back, they moved it along the wing, they got the ball inside, and they attacked the goals.
They've got some good users.
They have.
They've got Byrne and Matty Lloyd, guys like that, use them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Charlie Byrne's come up to this wing, and he's had 3 possessions already this quarter, and you know what his left foot's like. It's very dangerous, and that with time and space, he's going to get him back in the game, and that's what's happening at the moment.
Wilkinson got it down the middle, kick off the ground. Came from Walter, ran off the wing. Diamond again, got it on the outboard. Handball on the up. They might be out if the ball sits. Newtown, they're at half forward. They can't quite pick it up now. They can out of the contest. Sotheby's handball backwards. Now Bove missed the target. Damien McMahon comes across. Byrne wrapped up. That's going to be a great Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup. Diamond through the middle. Somehow up the chimney, got smothered. Damien McMahon tried to get it back again. Dowling's little handball chopped off by Diamond again. Mitch goes towards half forward with a great kick. And set the task for Matty Lloyd. He took it at 52 from goal.
He's pushed forward, Lloyd, and Fiore's that one just setting up behind the ball, letting Dowling up the ground again.
Lloyd from 50 metres.
Roost.
Yeah, that is a massive roost. Now, there's a whistle on play, and they're going to pay the goal, I reckon, for Matty Lloyd. There might have been an infringement in the goal square against Wilkinson, I suspect. But Lloyd, well, that's a sort of goal out of nowhere.
That was a ripping kick.
Yeah.
That was a great kick.
Yeah, just...
That was 50 out, deep on that out of forward 50. That was a fantastic goal.
So the margin is back to 3, and this is the ball game that I think we were all hoping for this afternoon. 4-1-25 Newtown. St Mary's 4-4-28, 5.5 minutes gone on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Second quarter, K-Rock football action for APCO. Cafe 24/7. Try the new Mexican Jaffle.
Just getting their hands on the ball a little bit more around the stoppages or ball in dispute too at the moment. Like Mitch Diamond's really stepped up. He's the one who's really put his hand up for Newtown at the moment.
Wilkinson gets it down the middle. A hold, said the umpire. Going to go to Newtown as
Few
well.
things going their way, Jace. That also helps.
That helps. Sotheby got held in the contest there. And 50. Running into the zone, I think there.
Yeah, Zach Sherman.
Yeah.
George, get in front.
Tried to argue he was following somebody, but I think you've got to be within a certain distance, don't you, to... for that to be following somebody.
It's a big penalty, isn't it?
On a ground like this, it is. Absolutely.
It's a big penalty. I mean,
it's brought Blake Sotheby to 40 out directly in front.
It's not a debate to have on this radio show right now, but he was 12 metres away, you know.
So Blake Sotheby, chance for his first, and a chance for a Newtown lead. He comes in right foot. I think he's pushed it. He has. To the near side and through for one behind. So a let off for the home side. 4-2-26 now, the Eagles. St Mary's 4-4-28. And that's on the APCO Cafe 24/7 K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
So from fullback, Travellini runs out of his defensive goal square and puts a kick onto the chest of Chalcraft, the Shepparton United product, who has made 3 VFL appearances for the Cats this year. He's going to concede all the way back to the top of his defensive goal square, and that might be Connors with the footy, or is it Zeitz? It's Zeitz with the ball. He'll take off and bring a broadcast side. He wants McMullen or Ling, and it's Ling who stretches and marks in front of a good crowd at the Don Matheson Pavilion. Sunday afternoon football, just chilling off a little bit after that early morning sunshine. A high kick towards halfback. McMahon, Harry, the marking target, off the hands of the pack. Diamond for Newtown, gave it to Charlie Harris, who gave it to Diamond, Rory Diamond to Mitch Diamond. Now it's back to Rory Diamond from Condi. His right foot kick is a real floater as he goes looking for Sheen. Over the top, good mark taken, well judged by McMullen. He wants his defensive goal square. It went over the head of Zeitz, but thankfully Travellini was there to clean up. He wants to come to Sherman, just got it over the head of Walter, but he couldn't mark Sherman. Walter cleans up, just forward of the wing, out of side for Newtown. Kick down low, Condi. Well, he went to claim the mark, and as he was trying to claim it, he's been wrapped up by McMahon, and now it's holding the ball, and that's a little bit stiff on Nick Condi.
I wouldn't have walked, though.
No.
I think it was a bit of grass before he took that catch at second slip.
It might be third umpire, really.
It's Saw Giovanni, I apologise.
It is at half back, and he goes long towards half forward. Wilkinson gets that back there to help out for Newtown. His handball over the top to Diamond. Rory goes across half back. Kerman had some support. Charlie Harris goes with a kick towards centre wing over the back for Panuccio, who takes the mark against Maishman. He kicks the ball. They've really got control of the footy at the moment. Handball came back to Panuccio from Lloyd. 50 out from goal. High kick. Top of the goal square. Condi from behind. And is that a hole? The umpire said, I think so. In the marking contest. And Zeitz is going to take the free kick. For St Mary's in the last line of defence.
Zeitz, the Mount Gambier product. And of course, Mount Gambier providing us with Glenn Keast all those years ago. Into the right back pocket to McMullen. That's a poor kick on the way out. Chance here for Matt McMahon. McMahon with a floater driving towards goal. Well done by Hall. Just brought it to ground. Travellini into the left back pocket. Goes with the kick. Maishman short and just got it to Sorgiovanni, who marks at the point of the square at left half back. He wants the corridor. In fact, he wants the outer wing. Damien McMahon setting himself. Well done Wilkinson. Brought it to ground and Walter cleans up out there for Newtown in front of the scoreboard.
Wheels back on the right, goes towards half forward with the kick. Big pack there. Sheehan got a hand to it. Roved at the front by Maishman. Runs through defensive 50, takes a bounce. Goes to half back. Now to half forward. Wide. Does pretty well in the end against Pritchard. Saw the ball and Pritchard over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in between Wigan half forward on the outer side.
Looking very inconspicuous is Rowan and Wade McSparron.
Has he got a
watching on
disguise or anything?
Sort of the Charlie Chaplin sort of fake nose and
the glasses and the mo.
So boundary throw in. Not. It's a Falcon. Pritchard got Sherman got one high. The umpire said play on. And now he's going to come in and ball it up. I reckon Wade might have seen some nighttime establishment last night. He's got those dark glasses on. He looks very Men in Black over there. He doesn't want to see the sun. And the ball up at half forward for Knott. Wilkinson got it down beautifully to McMahon on the outside of Sutterby. He got it forward to Charlie Harris. Runs through centre wing. Goes towards half forward with the kick. Over the back, they've got the numbers there. Was it sit for Lloyd? He can't take it. Sawney passed it. Now the ball coming back. Zeitz handball out. Heard the call. They got it away. Travellini just coughed it up close to the boundary line. Lloyd's there. He got it again though. Travellini. Handball over the top. Sherman got one high. The umpire said no, it's going to be a hold. He's very hot on the holding the ball decision.
And no highs.
And Travellini not happy, but the free kick's going to come back, and I think it's Sutterby once he gets up and lets Jesse Travellini go. No, it's going to be Charlie Harris with the ball.
Harris with the man on the mark inside, forward 50. Distance might be an issue here for Charlie, although he's setting himself potentially for a shot. He swings out onto the right boot. He's just going to set it up to about 15 out from goal. Not a great kick, Riley Hall on the juggle. Completes the mark. Fiore not overly enamoured by that kick coming in. And Riley Hall, the veteran defender now, sending it very, very wide. Looking out there for a marking option in Christensen. He can't take the mark. Chance. It might be Matic on hands and knees fighting for it for Newtown. It is. He's wrapped up by Rayner, who's been in everything in this first quarter and a bit. 4-4-28, 4-2-26. St Mary's leading Newtown and Chilwell. Second quarter action for Apco Cafe 24/7. Entertaining clash. Hope you're enjoying the call, Rev. You're listening through KROC 955. One down by Knott. Garner gave a handball to Damien McMahon, who pumps it long towards half forward. Back with a flight. Matic, that's a fantastic mark. Surely needs to be paid. And it wasn't paid. It was touched is the call. He did well going back with the flight to control it. He wondered why he wasn't paid it. The umpire has come and said, no, it was touched on the way through, so I'm not paying the mark. And we'll get a ball up right half forward. St Mary's in attack.
So getting it down, Wilkinson against Sutterby on hands and knees. Diamond wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up at right half forward. So St Mary's 4-4-28, Newtown 4-2-26. We've played 12 in this second term. Port Phillip Berry's time clock, and the ball from Wilkinson goes back towards Sutterby again. He tracks it and gives it up to Panuccio, to Orr. He's got Diamond running behind him, so he uses him, goes towards Hollard. He just works Connors past the ball. Now a foot race. In fact, it's Chalcraft who goes there. In fact, it's Zeitz who gets it, and Hollard gets it away by a right foot kick. Done over the top. St Mary's close to the boundary line. Sherman. He's not going to be able to keep it in, and it will be a throw-in. And a right half forward for Newtown. 2 points behind at the moment. 28 playing 26, and 13 played second term.
St Mary's 13 minutes without a score on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Shallow throw in, tap down Wilkinson. Zach Walter didn't take it cleanly. He might have been taken by Knott. Cole tried to barge his way through. Kick of Dowling, smothered by Wilkinson. Ricocheted back. Dowling at close quarters. Cole next to the boundary line just barrels it into the centre square. In front position, Pritchard couldn't mark. There's going to be a free kick for a hold. Going which way? It's going to St Mary's. It's going to Pritchard, who takes it out of the arms of Rayner, plays on with a bounce and then kicks on his left boot. And it's a well-weighted ball onto the chest of Jared Garner, who by our numbers is playing game 153 of his GFL career. Thrown a couple of years with Torquay there as well, and he's nigh on 200 AFL Barwon senior games. Was Colac Premiership player in 2014. Bit stiff not to have been best on ground that day. He drives a kick to the goal square. It's off hands and knocked through. That's not a great kick. He either had to set it up to the top of the square and allow Christensen to run and fly at it, or he had to drive through it and kick the goal.
Well, we know we don't like the long points, Jace, do we?
No.
We like to call them out.
We like the running of Liam Fiore out of centre, out of full back, goes along with the kick towards centre wing, punched away by Sheehan. And Hall was there as well, right next to him. Bove wrapped up through the football out. Sheehan, he's also wrapped up in the tackle. Coming back on hands and knees, the handball comes out. Short little kick on the outboard. Ling to Travellini. He goes around the corner with a bullet pass to Lang, 65 from goal. Back into the Peck pocket, goes wide, and Christensen can't keep it in. It's off hands and out of bounds for a throw in about 30 around from the St Mary's goal.
Northern end of the ground. With St Mary's in attack, just the one behind them in this second quarter. From the boundary throw in. The executive producer is back. He's been over at the VFL and around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. The Cats in the VFL. Trail by 7. They're 7-2. Sandringham are 8-3. Lockie Bond's got a goal. He'd be very handy for Newtown right now. Now, from that situation, we've got a free kick going to Nick Knott. That might have been in the ruck contest.
Holding.
Against Cam Wilkinson.
Yeah, he just got caught behind and grabbed a hold of Knott in that ruck contest.
Nick Knott coming off 18 hit-outs and 17 touches, so a very lively afternoon against South Barwon a fortnight ago. And a shot on goal that I reckon he's pushed across the face. He has. And through for a- score. And they double their score for the second quarter, but they've both been behind. 4-6-30 now, St Mary's. Newtown 4-2-26. Second quarter action thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Blake Reid kicking in duties on this occasion, gets it to Charlie Harris.
Clearly no team rule for the ruckman. Got a handball inside forward 50.
Kick the goal. Do your best. Now the kick back to Kerman in the opposite back pocket along the line to Orr. Has to pick it up on the half volley and did handball to Fiore across half back. Oh, his handball missed the target. Shawcraft, he gets ripped off it and held on to. The umpire said play on. One behind the play as well. Harry Cole will keep an eye on that for St John of God. Ball spills free. Diamonds handball out. It's still at half forward for St Mary's, and the umpire has just held play up while Harry Cole gets a 10-2.
He's never in trouble, boys. He got cleaned up in that little passage of play. I'm sure the vision would have captured it. It was right next to the ball. Copped a heavy hit.
Anything untoward in it, Josh?
It was hard to tell if it was his own man or an opponent, but definitely made contact with his head for sure.
And yeah, he's in a fair bit of trouble there.
So that's concussion protocol, you suspect. So he'll have the 20 minutes, and if there is an issue there, we won't. You know, might be a bit of blood too. We've got the New Grove bench tops blood rule.
About time.
Yeah, thanks to New Grove bench tops. Give your bench top a fresh, modern look with New Grove bench tops, and I hope that's not too much down because Harry Cole is not an unattractive man, and I hope that hasn't ruined the potential modelling career down the track as he holds the towel to the schnoz, and we'll keep an eye on him through Josh Conway. And we've got a restart of play with the ball up at left half forward. Maloney trying to barge his way through. Did okay to release a handball to Pritchard. Pritchard, his flying shot at goal has just snuck in from behind it. The smallest behind post you will find anywhere in the world of Australian rules football. The padding goes 2/3 of the way up is how small the point posts are here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Oh, they've ripped it off the front of a car. It's that small. It's like a little aerial. The ball from full back, play on. Reid, long kick towards Sheehan. Double grabber. Hamlin, hanger contender. He goes back in, board, short. Looking for Hocking. He can't pick it up. Surrounded by St Mary's players. Dowling's one. Oh, he kicked it into the back of Pritchard. He goes wide with the kick. And no mark taken at half forward by Chalcraft. To tap it back. Condi was there in support. Got it out to Orr at half-back. He tried to chip the ball back to Pritchard now. Good smother and the turnaround. Kick inside towards Lang, who goes up and takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 30. No, he won't. He'll come back in. Great kick, great play. Dowling followed up and he will shoot for goal from 30 at 45-degree angle.
Just a couple of little mistakes there, wasn't it? It was just turnover, and who took their opportunity got the ball going their way.
Or just needed to send it down the line, I reckon.
He tried to bite off the impossible.
Yeah. So Dowling, who we saw early in the season be a regular goal kicker and playing deep forward much further up the ground in the latter stages of this season for St Mary's. A chance to put his second on the board this afternoon as it just crept in. It has. He's done well, Paddy Dowling. He has kicked his second of the afternoon and the fifth for St Mary's. They go to 5-7-37. They lead Newtown 4-2-26. Apco Cafe 24/7 K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. And for Multi-Skills, unleash your potential with construction industry training at Multi-Skills in the experts chair. Back Kershaw.
It's a good call what you said, Jace. They just got to sometimes get a bit of meterage or yardage in this game. It's not all about that perfect kick. Sometimes you can take it, sometimes you can't. And I know Newtown like to possess the footy, but sometimes you just got to get it going your way and, make a contest down the line and restart from there, either over the boundary line or, pot luck, someone takes a contested mark.
Around the grounds for Leopold Sporties will go very shortly. Get your VFL and AFL updates. St Mary's back into attack, but Rory Diamond settling himself under the footy. That is a very luscious mop of hair that he's rolling with Rory Diamond. Just playing his third GFL senior game. Debuted against St Albans back in round 15. He goes short with a kick to Sutterby. Sutterby sending it towards half or the wing. He got it over the head of... Unfortunately, Byrne and Hall got involved and he knocked into the path of Damien McMahon, who tumbles a punt forward for St Mary's. Cleaned up nicely by Maddock. That very upright stance when he kicks. Sends it towards half forward. Over the head of Uriah Hollard. Cleaned up by Connors. Handball on the up. Haven't caught a lot of Charlie Sprague, if at all, this afternoon. And now Zeitz goes very wide. And the mark stretching taken there by Travellini.
I feel it's the first time we've called him.
Yeah, I haven't called him. I wouldn't have thought he's had much of it at all. TAC Stats Tracker might tell a story as Hall marks and he'll bring it wide and he wants Sprague again, so twice in a minute.
There you go. We've got him into some form.
Reverse Moz. I know, but somebody's had a Mexican jaffle in this box too recently. I'll tell you what's going on in here. So McMahon, Damien has it at half back. Goes up the line. All Garner had to go in the end, and there was Reid and there was also Sutterby. And Garner not happy with the direction of the football there. Reid takes the mark, pinpoints it towards Sheehan, who takes the mark and plays on centre wing. Goes to the top, towards centre half forward with the kick. One hand, not being able to take the mark. Oh, over the top of it. And the umpire's going to pay, holding the ball. He's very quick on that, holding the ball.
He's the only umpire, actually, that pays it the most.
And Nick Connors over the top of it. Can't believe it. Mick Condy's got up and he will take the resultant free kick. And he's pleading the case, Nick Connors, but that is not going to go anywhere.
Sydney 32, North Melbourne 25 at Marvel Stadium. So the Kangaroos competitive against the finals bound and top four hopeful Swans.
So Mick Condy, 40 out directly in front. Pretty good on the left boot. Normally, he comes in and he has put that straight through the goal. So his second this afternoon, Mick Condy. And the fifth for Newtown, 5-2-32. Bridge the gap again, St Mary's 5-7-37. Apco Cafe, 24/7 K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
I was saying that when the ball goes inside Newtown's forward 50, they're probably missing that small front centre, that half forward, the dangerous goal-kicking type down there. I know Condy's the goal kicker, and they don't really have that nippy goal kicking, do they, that front and centre type player, and it's often rebounded out there. So when the ball does hit the ground, they're going to have to do the pressure acts like that effort just there and try and get the ball locked in there and get reshots on goal.
They stay in touch. Update, Buzz, on Harry Cole. We'll get to you in a moment for St John had got it in the middle. No, the ruckman get a clear hand on it. Here's saw Giovanni through traffic doing well, but he had his handball knocked down by Wilkinson, only though into the path of Chalcraft on the Mason, I should say, on the outside of the left boot. He's kicked Dowling, shrugged off the tackle of Fiore, and now he got a little kick away after being tackled by Lloyd. It skidded through to Maloney, who was clean. Kick inside 50. Sherman tried to work Orr under the footy, but didn't find it out the back, but Byrne did. Byrne's kick is wide. Bove will lead Sprague to the race. Couple of former Falcons. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw as we go to Josh Conway down boundary side for St John of God. What do you got for us, Buzz?
Yeah, still no sign of Harry Cole King. He went straight into the rooms after that clash. It was with Liam Fiore. Just had a quick look back at the vision. Fiore picked up a ground ball, dished off the handball. Cole came at him, and be interesting to see how the match review panel view it. Looked like a raised arm to me, but we'll have to see what they think of that tomorrow morning.
All right, thank you for that. Good work, Josh Conway, down boundary side. St John of God, your emergency specialist, open 24/7, Myers Street in Geelong.
Had a boundary throw in. It's gone back over the boundary line. So another one for Wilkinson in front of Christensen. Garner wrapped up. Couple of Newtown players next to him. Umpire has let it go, and he's going to pay holding the ball again. So he wants the players to get it out. And Sutterby will take the free kick back end of centre wing. Goes towards half forward, 2-on-2. Bove can't take it. Connors gets wrapped up straight away. He's not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So 5 the difference, 23.5 minutes played in this second term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Port Phillip Ferry's, there's no better way to travel.
Wilkinson fists it forward 15 metres. Matt McMahon runs onto it for Newtown. Handball back to Mick Condy. Snaps the ball around his right shoulder into the left forward pocket. It's off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. About 15 around from the left-hand behind post. Towner's in attack and looking to take the lead. Thought it'd be the first time this afternoon as we approach half-time. It's been a cracking round 17 clash here at Anthony Costa Oval. Christensen, Hocking the tap. Mitch Diamond hit it at speed, but ran into trouble, tried to get a handball up to Sawney. Sawney got it on the boot, but was unable to get any bend, and he's dribbled it through for a behind. So a minor score for Newtown. Tavai Sawney with the point. Newtown with 5-3, St Mary's 5-7. Second quarter K-Rock action, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7, the home of the new Mexican Jaffle.
So Travellini with the kicking and duties on this occasion for St Mary's. Takes a bounce from full back and drills it towards Sherman just inside 50. Takes the mark uncontested. He chips the ball over the top as well. Garner handballs it back. Maishman runs through centre wing. Handball on the outboard. Not has to sit and wait for it. Gives it back as well. Running Maishman. Kept going. Right foot kick into the peck pocket. Lang, and the umpire says push. Down the ground. And I think the St Mary's boys were thinking it was a push in the marking contest with Tom Lang, and they got that completely wrong.
Blake Reed.
Take it back, they've taken
Settle
it back.
down, Robbo. You're like a supporter down there.
Blake Reed heard the whistle too and thought he won himself a free kick.
So Tom Lang will have a set shot for goal from 30 out, slight angle. His kick won this afternoon. This to make the margin 11 points.
How good was Joe Maishman's run, though? Like, he's run and carry, breaking the lines, and then getting it back and inside forward 50.
Lang comes in, off a couple of steps. The gloved one kicks the goal. And it's his second this afternoon. And the sixth for the home side, 6-7-43. They lead Newtown 5-32. Apco Cafe 24/7 K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
You know, we talk about them not attacking the corridor. We've said it 20 times today, and Newtown are doing really well on it. But look how good they can move that ball when they run and carry St Mary's. Geez, they're quick, they're skillful. They get in that forward line quick, and they're one-on-one, they'll beat anyone.
Well, that was a short quarter.
Very short.
Yeah, went less than 26 minutes. We had 5 goals kicked in that quarter. We did.
I'll be home for afternoon tea the way we're going.
The other quarter went 30, didn't it?
Yep. 6-7-43 at half-time. Newtown 5-2-32 half-time thanks to Garmy Chicken and Beer. Josh Conway has quickly made his way out onto Anthony Costa Oval, where he's going to extract one of the St Mary's players from their huddle as they make their way off the ground for a couple of quick words about the performance so far. Just turning to, I think, Harry Cole maybe, just to find out whether that modelling career might have taken a bit of a hiding with that whack to the schnoz, Buzz.
Yeah, you can't hear them, but they're wondering how the modelling career will go after that hit just earlier.
Yeah, we were all less worried about my brain and more about my broken nose in there, but apparently it's all good, so there's no breaks or anything, and I'm good to go.
Did you think anything untoward from the incident?
No, not at all. I think it was just a height difference, and I just sort of went to body check, and he just sort of put his arm out to brace, and just unfortunately got me in the schnoz, but all good.
Good luck for the second half.
Harry Cole with Josh Conway. That's great access, isn't it, to the players to be able to to send Buzz out there. Actually, Buzz, while you're there, actually, before we go to the break, I can just see Ned Harris. It might be worth maybe just jumping across to Ned and just seeing how he is, because we got told he was sick, but that's
It's the
moon
worst
boot.
sickness I've ever seen.
I can see
in his foot.
on his. That's very interesting. He's got a sick foot. He's trying to avoid.
He is, I reckon.
He's trying to avoid Buzz.
He's doing a Sam DeConing from last night
with the medical
staff. Have a look at him and running away. He thought about it.
He's got him.
I reckon.
One of the best taggers you'll ever meet, Josh Coleman.
Just quickly, how are you? What's the situation with you this afternoon, keeping you out?
Yeah, just a little foot injury at the moment, but it should be fine, I reckon. Just precautionary in the boot at the moment, hopefully out of it in a couple of days, and then back next week, hopefully.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fingers crossed. So,
Thank you very much. Good stuff, Ned.
Well done, Ned.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen too many moon boots that are only a week's worth. I don't know.
They do a lot of people in the moon boots now.
One of the great lines from Simon Lloyd at the Cats is, it makes it look worse than what it really is sometimes with the moon boots. So hopefully back for Colac next week. If not, you would expect you get a fortnight after that, and only 3 weeks. And they're playing in a qualifying final anyway.
Everyone's in moon boots. You see blokes with sore wrists in a moon boot.
Blokes who are sick, get a moon boot.
That's right.
He's got the flu. Put him in the moon boot.
We're going to have a go at Backer after the game. I can tell you about that one.
A couple of lies.
Well done, Buzz. That was a great tagging. That was sort of Tony Liberatore on Matty Knight.
He wasn't getting away, was he?
Garmy Chicken and Beer. Treat yourself to some halftime Garmy Chicken and Beer. We've kept Brian on his toes at K-Rock HQ. Back shortly. Halftime at Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's by 10 points. Thanks to Abco Cafe 24/7. Lip read, K-Rock footy.
Tom, Lingy and Loggy on K-Rock 955.
Can you spell Gerang for me?
G-H-E-R-A-N-G.
Okay, that's funny because Loggy's whacked you in the system here when you've called through off air and she's gone and spelled Gerang. Ready for it? Capital D, J, R-A-N-G. So it's like Gerang Unchained, like Django Unchained.
Tom, Lingy and Loggy. 6 a.m. weekdays. K-Rock 955. Enroll to swim at Swim Sport and Leisure. Last week to score free kids goggles.
Do you love Mexican food? Love an Apco Jaffle? Well, you're going to really love the brand new Mexican Jaffle, only at Apco Cafe 24/7. Packed full of your favourite Tex-Mex flavours, all wrapped up in a toasty hot, fresh Apco Jaffle. The perfect comfort food when you're on the go. Combo it with a barista coffee for the ultimate winter warmer lunch. The all-new Mexican Jaffle. For a limited time, only at Apco Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Hamlin Homes, proudly Geelong's largest locally owned and operated builder. Distinctively familiar with the region's lifestyles, landscapes and suppliers. Distinctive in history, having served the local area since 1983. Distinctive in our ongoing commitment to the local community. Distinctive in design, taking inspiration from the local environment to create beautifully unique homes that reflect our clients' aspirations. Hamlin Homes, distinctively local. Hamlin.com.au.
If you're looking to train for skills you want to gain, operator, digger, or work as a rigger. Multi-skills, unleash your potential. Multi-skills, unleash your potential.
Multiskills.com.au. RTO ID 40846.
Hitting G-Town after the game? You know where you're going to end up, don't you? Lammy's. So why not start the night strong? There's nothing that's more iconically Geelong than our very own Lammy's sesh. Get your weekly dose of great tunes all night long. Give yourself something to talk about Monday. And remember, never, ever lamb alone. Lammy's Tavern, open from 9 p.m. every Friday to Sunday, with free entry before 10 p.m. Lammy's, you know where to go.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Half-time at Anthony Costa Oval. It is half-time thanks to Garmy Chicken and Beer. Treat yourself to some half-time Garmy Chicken and Beer. Now, on a Sunday, what's the last thing you want to do? Yeah. You don't want to cook.
No, you want a massive katsu burger. That's what you want.
Or you want the kimchi fried rice, which Davey Collins, our AFL technical guru, absolutely loves. Or you want the tteokbokki. I don't know how to pronounce it.
No, you can't have that.
You want it?
Seriously, you and Neildy. Oh, Neildy cries every time he has it.
It's great.
There must be some sting in it.
There is some sting in it. It's very nice, and they are very good to us at Garmy Chicken and Beer feeding us. Really appreciate their support of K-Rock football. Marcel Behrens is our photographer. He's not with us at the moment. He's otherwise occupied in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
It is great watching footy. And he will be listening this afternoon.
Stop it, butthole.
It's great watching footy at 10:30 in the morning into afternoon and then into Premier League because the EPL started last night.
Yes. Man United on tonight.
What about Liverpool?
Liverpool
held to a 2-2. Yeah,
Yes.
Fulham.
Terrible.
Couch potato and case of cold beers. Yesterday, awesome. First round of Premier League. Cats cleaned up. Nervous about Collingwood. They just keep winning.
Yes, well, that's true.
I think the whole top eight's nervous about Collingwood.
Geelong Regional Football, of course, Marcel will be back at Ballarat finals next week.
It's not Thailand to drink beer.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Okay, fair enough. I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
Tough life for some.
Tough life.
But great to have Marcel. Great support of Carroll Football and Geelong Regional Football. Check out their great action snaps as finals action gets underway locally over the next week or so. We've got Ballerine on Saturday. GDFL starts the following week. And then, of course, the GFL last weekend of August, which is fantastic because there's no AFL.
Yes, nice.
Yes. We'll be setting up camp at West Oval. Qualifying final, although AFLW does start that weekend. Cats are here against Richmond on the Sunday twilight. So the Cats got the Tigers to start off. Geelong lead by 1 at half-time in the Leopold Sporties around the ground score for the VFL. The Cats, unfortunately, can't play finals, but Lockie Bond, taken out of the Newtown team, has kicked 2 goals.
Yes.
So good result for him. Let's have a look at some of the disposals, both Cats and non-listed. Quinton Narkle with 20 to half-time, going okay. Shawnee Higgins with 15, who we spoke to K-Rock Football last night. If you missed that interview with Sean, check out krockfootball.com.au. Mitchie Nevitt with 15, of course, the Grovedale product. We were calling him in GFL games last year. Now he's got a couple of AFL games under his belt. Jai Chalcraft aligned to St Mary's with 14. Francois Evans, MP, with 12. Toby Conway with 11 and 8 hit-outs. Matty Ling, St Mary's boy, with 11. And James Willis, last year's draftee, with 11. Debuts for Tanner Lovell, Geelong West Giant, 8 possessions. And Oscar Riccardi with the 4 disposals for the Cats. So,
good work.
Great for Oscar. I know a very proud dad.
Peter years.
Peter was very rapt, and I really liked how Chris Scott spoke to it on Friday at Geelong's media conference about having the Riccardi name, wearing a Geelong jumper. Again, what it leads to, we don't know, but he's a father-son option. There's not much of him. It's 64 kilos. So at 64 kilo, there's probably a little bit of size to be put on. Whether that's another year of development, maybe in the NAB League as a 19-year-old, and then coming into the AFL system, or there might not be AFL system at all, but at least the Cats are showing an interest.
Absolutely, and all he needs to do is grow the curly mullet. That might put on about 4 or 5 kilos as well.
There's one thing he does lack. He's a right footer.
Yes, he is too.
He is,
yes. That sweeping left.
He's not like the old man.
No.
Can he kick mongrel punts after the siren that were touched that go through for a goal against Carlton?
Yet to find out.
20 years on, and Carlton fans are still filthy.
Yeah.
There's 2 they're filthy about. They're filthy about Stephen Silvani at the 93 grand final.
Yes.
And that goal umpire actually does a bit of work with Geelong umpires, and I always see him floating around, and I always want to say, Silvani touched that. And the other one, of course, is the touched off the mark with Peter Riccardi, but Rico's been dining out off that. He played 288 games, and he's dined out off 1 goal. Nice. North Melbourne and Sydney, 58-31 is the score in that one at Marvel Stadium. So for the Swans, that means they will be back in the top 4 on the live ladder. Then it'll come down to percentage with Brisbane if they beat Carlton this afternoon. That game to kick off at 3:20. Half-time, injury updates thanks to St John Guide, your emergency specialist. Well, you did your best work, Buzz. You got both Harry Cole and Nettie Harris.
Yeah, that's right. Heard it straight from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, looks like Harry Cole will be right to go for the second half, which is good for him, and nice to know that he doesn't think there's anything untoward in the incident with Liam Fiore, so good news for the Saints.
He's not going to throw him under the bus, though, is he?
Probably not, bit of players' code sort of stuff, but no, he's usually pretty honest sort of guy, so take him on his word.
I hope the AFL bar... What if the AFL bar match review panel are listening game? Look, he doesn't think there's much in it, we'll just There's nothing to see.
Potentially, they might.
Nothing to see here. Umpires are back.
Have the umpires got a dinner on or something
Yeah,
tonight?
they must have some sort of function.
Must be a function on because they are ripping in and they want to get out of here by 4 o'clock the way we're going.
Yeah, well, so we might take another break, come back. We'll have a look at the head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers, which, of course, is McMahon and Maloney, which has sort of been a bit of a non-event.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Neither of them have impacted the game,
It's been
really.
more Aussie Joe Bugner versus Butterbean.
It's not even been that bad.
Yeah, pick it up a bit, Kirsch, will you? Gee whiz, what are you doing?
Let's call Ben Maloney over and let's fire him up a bit from the bench, I reckon.
Go, you're crap, mate. Come on
the
up.
bear.
And, of course, he's here for Multi-Skills, is Matty Kershaw. Unleash your potential with construction industry training at Multi-Skills. Check out multiskills.com.au. We'll be back on the other side of this. It's half-time for Garmy Chicken and Beer. St Mary's by 10 points over Newtown and Chilwell. Thanks to Abco Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
Starting next week, the biggest prize in K-Rock history is up for grabs. Imagine what you could do with 500K. House, car, one whole tank of diesel, plus enough change to get some dimmies for the road. You could even give up on planet Earth altogether, build a rocket and go live on Mars. I mean, we've not crunched the numbers, but surely $500,000 is rocket money, right? Treat yourself. Buy the whole lettuce. You deserve it. I like that. Geelong and the Surf Coast. We're already lucky to live here, but just how lucky? This will change your life. K-Rock's 500K suburb. Rep your neighbourhood and win from Monday. Only on K-Rock 955.
You play strong. Now look strong. Loco Sportswear Ice Stream apparel for championship teams. On the field, on the court, all sports. Plus a full range of training wear and supporter merchandise. No artwork fees, no delivery fees, just great value. And Loco Sportswear turns around orders fast. They can even set up an online store for your club. Loco Sportswear. Play strong, look strong. locosportswear.com.au.
In Korea, there are many ways to settle a dispute. But most do it over chicken and beer. Garmy chicken and beer worn ponds. Sticky, crunchy Korean fried chicken. Authentic sauces and Gunbay beer brewed in Brunswick. Your food gets delivered to your table by robot because Korea. So biv up, friend up and tackle it like the chicken-eating champion you are. Garmy, Warn Ponds Shopping Centre. Perfect for a pre or post-movie feed because they're open till 9 p.m. every day.
Do you love Mexican food? Love an Apco Jaffle? Well, you're going to really love the brand new Mexican Jaffle, only at Apco Cafe 24/7. Packed full of your favourite Tex-Mex flavours, all wrapped up in a toasty hot fresh Apco Jaffle. The perfect comfort food when you're on the go. Combo it with a barista coffee for the ultimate winter warmer lunch. The all-new Mexican Jaffle. For a limited time, only at Apco Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Create something special in your garden this spring with South Point Garden Supplies, home of the largest range of garden and building products on the Surf Coast. Revive your garden with coloured sands and soils, decorative feature rocks, driveway toppings, pavers and building supplies. And protect your garden into summer with fresh mulch or organic composts. Delivering to commercial and residential projects throughout Geelong, the Surf Coast and inner city Melbourne. Or bring your own trailer. South Point Garden Supplies, behind Bunnings off the Surf Coast Highway, Torquay. southpt.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Thanks to Multi-Skills. Unleash your potential with construction industry training at Multi-Skills. Matt Kershaw in the Experts Chair. Multi-Skills committed to quality training to help all clients reach their full potential. Check out multiskills.com.au to find out how you can unleash your potential. RTO 40846. Kirsch, it's been an entertaining opening half of footy. St Mary's, just as Newtown were making a little run at them, they got within a couple of points, just being able to put them back at arm's length.
Oh, it's what they always can do, can't they? It's sort of like they can put the foot down when they have to, and when teams get close, they always seem to find a way to get their noses in front or keep that margin, and that's what they've managed to do. Newtown are playing a good brand of footy. They're taking away St Mary's game style, but St Mary's are adapting and going around the width of the ground and getting in their forward line quick and still being able to score. On the other hand, Newtown just got to keep getting in their forward line and creating creating opportunities, and this game may go down the wire and, you know, be only a couple of kicks in it as we go into the last quarter.
Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head, McMahon and Maloney. McMahon from Newtown, Maloney from St Mary's. Hasn't been much of a bout.
You know, we talk about touch football. If there was touch boxing, that's what it'd be at the moment, and they've only got a little few touches on each other, but who knows, things might fire up.
Third quarter, Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
Wilkinson gets it down. First tap of the third term. And pack develops. There is a Ben Maloney who gets up. And Sutterby in the ground.
They're just very nice at the moment, Jace.
Yes, they are.
Which is Ben Maloney like.
Yes, he's right next to Sutterby again. He might get the ball. Sutterby, he gets pushed by Maloney in the back. The umpire said play on. Maloney over the top of it. Now Sherman. A little toe poke out. And Walter rides the butt. The kick was smothered by Maloney. So maybe somebody said something to Ben Maloney at half-time too, because he's been involved in everything in the first 40 seconds of this third term. Free kick now going to come back for a throw. Joe Machman stands on the mark, and the ball, once it had come back from Luke Kerman, the ball had gone forward for St Mary's, is going to come back to Mitch Diamond.
Missing the Larry boots of Machman. He's gone just back to the traditional black, which is not traditional anymore. Kick looking for Sheen, who flew. We thought it sort of got pushed under the footy. No pick up at the front of the pack. Sprague, handball on the bounce. Back towards Sutterby came from Alex Dunn, and no room to work with. It is out of bounds. Left half forward for Newtown. They attack the northern or city end in this third quarter of K-Rock football. Thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. Try the New Mexican Jaffle boundary throw-in. They tried to flick it back towards McMahon, but Maloney was there to keep him company. But holding the ball is the decision. Diamond's handball missed its target in Byrne. He'll want to get back onto his left boot. Confronted by Ling. Handball back. Walter lost it in the tackle of Rayner. Picked up by Byrne. Now he does swing onto that left boot, and Wilkinson will mark on his chest, the big ruckman for Newtown. Centre of the ground. Handball off to Kerman. Kerman outside of the right boot. That's a poor kick. And Harry McMahon on the juggle has taken the mark. Made the easy look very difficult. His short kick was okay for Harry Cole, who we can report the modelling career stays alive. Kicks towards right half forward. McMullen might have been swung forward, Kirsch.
Well, need a big marking target up there to try and get in the jukes, but that's what they've done so well all day, is get them out the back by quick ball movement.
Oh, don't worry about whether he can mark. He can kick, because Trent McMullen hit lace out Jared Garner from 55 metres and put him 35 out directly in front with a massive kick back into the corridor. And Jared Garner is going to try and kick his first and stretch the margin to 16 points in this early stages of the third term.
It's the scoring end, isn't it? The
It is.
right of screen.
It is, the southern end, the swimming pool end of Anthony Costa Oval. Garner comes in, keeps it low, squeezes it through and puts it straight through the middle for his first of the afternoon. And the seventh for St Mary's, 7-7-49. They lead Newtown 5-3-33. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
So what happens is Newtown defenders allow St Mary's forwards to get up the ground, and then obviously they have those plus numbers behind the ball and they get them on the way back. So what happens is when they're flat-footed but St Mary's flood back towards goal, they're easily run past them and get them out the back, and that's what's happening at the moment. They've probably got 3 or 4 goals out the back just by being smart and pacey and moving the ball quick.
Amazingly, it's the biggest lead of the afternoon. St Mary's 7-7-49, Newtown 5-3-33. Not from behind, winning the tap down. Head over the footy, Sutterby going nowhere. And we'll get a ball up again in the centre circle, just slightly forward, favouring St Mary's. Knott and Wilkinson to go at it again. They wrestle. Wilkinson winning the tap down. It ricochets around off the... Oh, taken high McMahon. He'll get a free kick. That's Matt McMahon of Newtown getting the free kick. And now he quickly wants to go on with it. Driving ball onto the chest of Sheen. That's a sumptuous ball. Sheen quickly wants to play on. He lowers the eyes to the pocket. Oh, Riley Hall. Wonderful take. Diving to his left. Takes a really wonderful defensive mark. A Hamlin hanger contender. And then he kicks quickly into the right back pocket where the mark's taken by Harry McMahon before Alex Dunn shuts him down. What a great grab from Riley Hall.
He goes back into the goal square, does Harry McMahon, and finds Travellini. Called to play on now. Goes back Sherman. Worked into the Harry McMahon territory in the back pocket. He's taken the mark now. The northern end of the ground chips the ball to Maloney. He takes the grab. Still at half back. Just tempo football at the moment by the home side. Thought about the handball, then just kicks it long towards Lang, who has to make a bit of ground. He goes up against Wilkinson. in the back of the pack. Newtown got the numbers. Where's the ball going to fall, though? Rayner was there through the middle. Handball was fantastic from Chalcraft to David McMahon. Could have gone long. Went short towards Christensen. On right half forward. Pretty good pick up from the big fella. Gets it to Cole. Right in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Chips the ball over the top. David McMahon. He thought about going, but he just held it up. And he's in the right forward pocket, about 30 out from goal. And I won't have to commentate this because if he kicks this goal, that place is going to erupt where he is. He's right in front of the core group in the St Mary's Social Club. He comes in now, right foot kick, and he has kicked. The goalie hasn't. He's hit the post, and he was up early too, David McMahon. He thought it was through.
It was doing a bit, though.
It was. And one behind to the speedster. 7-8-50 St Mary's, Newtown 5-3-33.
That goalpost is still rocking.
It is.
So kicking duties, as you can hear the siren at GMHBA Stadium for the start of the third quarter in the VFL. It was Lloyd finding Fiore and the Bendigo product. It was a Shepparton product, Fiore. Kick to the wing. It's not a great kick, but it's going to be a free kick, I reckon, for a hold, is there? And now, it's going to come back to Sheen, I reckon. Well, if it was supposed to go back to Sheen, why wasn't that 50? It didn't go back to the player that was expected to go to. Sheen's kick on the bounce. Panuccio couldn't take it cleanly on the half volley, caused a spillage. Walter barging his way through. Head over the footy. Cole did okay, but there's going to be a free kick, and I reckon it might be for in danger. And it might have been Cole's errant little boot on the way through, and Sutterby is the recipient. Sutterby goes short, and McMahon, Matt, for Newtown is unmarked. About 45 from goal stands the man on the mark. He's called to play on. McMahon sinks the slipper into it, gives it a decent ride and kicks a wonderful goal, and he likes it too, the Tanner skipper. Lammy's Tavern goal of the day contender, a driving ball from Matt McMahon, and he'll come straight to the bench too. Full of energy and vigour, and he comes to the bench, but he's got his team back within 11 points. Much needed. Newtown 6-3-39. St Mary's 7-8-50. Third quarter, Harvey Norman, K-Rock football action. Harvey Norman for all the big brands, Geelong's best prices. Corio and Warren Ponds.
Wasn't pretty getting him inside that forward 50, but it doesn't have to be, does it? Sometimes that chaos ball or the ground ball, the ugly ball, you get in there and you make the most of your opportunities, and that's what they did. I know there's a free kick in there, but, you know, they got their opportunities.
So back in the middle. Not. Wilkinson goes up. Not gets a second hand to it. Sutterby, clearing kick. Inside 50, Sprague read it better than Sheehan, took the mark. So Sprague got the job on Jai Sheehan. Now goes wide to Dowling. Stretches, takes the mark in front of Fiore. Back end of centre wing. Goes back into the middle. Great kick to Knott. Perfectly positioned. Thought about the handball to Travellini. Elects to go with a long kick in the end to the pack. Lang goes up. Can't take the mark. Front of the pack. Lloyd couldn't take it either for Newtown. Falls away. Now Orr had it. Lost it. Rayner goes back. He gets wrapped up straight away as well. Not going anywhere. And we'll have a ball up inside 54. St Mary's.
Kirsch for multi-skills. Wilkinson seems to find himself running under the footy quite a bit.
He does, and that's just a judgment thing, isn't it? You know, he's only young too, isn't he? How old is he? 20?
20.
Yeah, so that's just probably a learning thing for him to get that timing right.
Kick into the right forward pocket, or right back pocket, I should say, for Newtown. Harris might have got one high from Christensen. Umpire didn't see it that way. Good crowd assembled inside the past players. Pavilion players dive on the ball. Appeals for holding the ball, not coming, and we will get a ball up. Left forward pocket, St Mary's attacking the swimming pool or southern end of Anthony Costa Oval. Not Wilkinson. Wilkinson for Newtown. Fists it forward about 15 metres. Pritchard attacks it. Tight against the boundary line. Can't keep it alive. Tumbling into the fence. And in the left forward pocket again. We'll get a boundary throw in. St Mary's 50, Newtown 39. Third quarter. Ticked 8 3/4 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock as the boundary umpire sets himself to hurl it back into play. Not winning the tap down. Rolling ball attacked by Mitch Diamond. Good tackle. Lang brought him to ground. Was a really good tackle. And we'll get a ball up as he's going nowhere. And the ball did spill out, but not before the umpire had blown the whistle. It's umpire Aaron Richards, or as he's affectionately known in the lime green fraternity, the Moth.
The Moth. And the Moth's going to throw it in the air now for Wilkinson. Not gets it down Rove by Diamond. Wrapped up sort of by Garner, but he got free in the end to Sutterby. And the handball towards Rory Diamond. He runs out of room. Standing over near the Big Sparrons, another umpire, Adam Jones, is over there as well. Cast of thousands here at Anthony Costa Oval this afternoon.
Sunday footy doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. No.
We've said that all year.
Yes, it doesn't work, especially when the VFL plays at GMHBA as well. Probably doubles the crowd for them. Now the ball comes back. Inside 50. Ball spills free. Sutterby can't take it. He's going to have a second effort at it. Chalcraft comes across. Sutterby, handball up towards Lloyd. He dropped it. The tackle, the umpire says, play on. And Diamond sees it over the line. In the left forward pocket for St Mary's. Boundary throw in. They lead 7-8-50. Newtown 6-3-39. 10 played. Third term. Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
We're a bit stagnant at the moment. Boundary throw in. From out of the ruck, not grabbed it, wrapped up in a tackle by Fiore. Ball spilled. Kerman had a fresh area as he was tackled by Giovanni. Kerman through traffic, freed the arms, a handball on the bounce. Might have been Sutterby at close quarters. Well done, Lloyd. Shrugged a tackle, then just banged it on the boot to half-back. It was touched off the boot. Sheen went to ground after taking possession. He was a bit stiff, but then he won a free kick for pushing the back against Sprague. And they're on the out now, but it's going to have to come back just as they were bursting away through Charlie Harris. So just their momentum halted for the moment, Newtown and Chilwell. They trail by 11. They haven't led at any stage this afternoon, Jace.
Sheehan at right half back on the outer side. Called to play on now. Goes as long as he can. Not over the back. Read it the better than Wilkinson again. And he's taken the mark at the half-back flank position for St Mary's. And trying to direct traffic further afield where he's going to kick it. He kicks it as long as he can towards Sprague. Sheehan put the hands up as well off the back of the pack Bove. Has it across half-back. Kick to Rory Diamond. Space in front, so he goes in that direction. Hocking takes the mark right in the middle of Anthony Costa Oval. Sawney Short goes further afield. Big kick inside. Wilkinson put a hand up off the back of the pack. Panuccio in the peck pocket. Can he pick it up? He can't. And Hall, he's opposite number 14, saw it over the boundary line for a throw-in in the right forward pocket for Newtown.
Hocking and Sheehan both high up the ground then, so the only option was Wilkinson streaming back into the forward 50, and that's what we've been looking for. Someone on the ground level was Panuccio.
Tap down Wilkinson, roving by Ling off the hands of the pack, and he got away a little bit too easily. The clearing kick through the arms of Sprague. Rory Diamond head over it. Also in there, Blake Reed. He reefed it in. Sprague reefed him, and the umpire said, give it to me, between the edge of the centre square and the top of the 50. Newtown in attack in this third quarter. We've got nearly 12 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Plenty of instruction coming from the St Mary's bench. One of the great vantage points of local footy to call as the fist down, one by Knott, but the ball's going to spill. Here's Charlie Harris throwing it on his right boot for Newtown. Kick inside forward 50, back with the flight. Hall with one hand, couldn't mark. Now he just tries to palm it into the path of Travellini. We'll have Sawney for company, but Travellini with too much toe. Kick had too much on it for Cole, but Sherman there to clean up. Handball to McMahon. Damien, but then his handball was well deflected by Zach Walter in the Barwon Heads product. Sees it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. As Mitch Diamond comes for a spell, Matt McMahon back into the fray. Jesse Travellini also having a rest, and we'll get a boundary thrown just forward of centre wing, favouring Newtown. They trail by 11.
Not pushed out of the ruck contest by Wilkinson through the middle. Cole coming the other way. Walter, he took him on, dropped the footy. Umpire Jackson agreed with me, finally. And it will be a free kick to Harry Cole.
He's a bit stiff because he's arguing he got a hand on it, and umpire Chaston actually wouldn't know whether he did or not because of the blind side.
So Cole, centre wing, drives it long to half forward. Big pack there. Wilkinson goes up. Oh, in the middle. Great mark. Trent McMullen at right half forward. Drills the ball back in board. Saw Giovanni's taken the mark. Still too far out to score. Right on the point of the centre square. He drives it into the pocket. It's a good kick. Very good kick, and Ben Maloney's taken the mark over the top. A couple of Newtown players, and not unlike Damien McMahon 4 or 5 minutes ago, has a set shot for goal in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. He's going to go back inboard though with the kick. Sherman, oh, he got a bit of an ear massage too from Harrison Orr as he took that mark. But he will have a set shot for goal. Inside 50, about 45 out, slight angle at the southern end of the ground.
Does like kicking goals against Newtown.
Does.
Sunk their hearts last time.
Yes, he did. And he's going to have a shot here. Hasn't got one yet this afternoon. This to make the margin. 17 points he comes in. I think he's pushed it to the far side. That's not going to come back with the zephyr of breeze that's there. And they go to 7-9-51. Now, St Mary's, Newtown 6-3-39. And that is on the Harvey Norman K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Lloyd with a long kick in, wanting Maddock. Did he complete the mark? He did over Damien McMahon. Nice take from the experienced defender with that upright kicking style. It's a high floating ball, and back with the flight. Zeitz judged it nicely and took the mark. Zeitz concedes inside defensive 50 to Ling. Ling with Sawney standing the mark. Went to go once, now he goes twice, and that didn't go 15 to Harry McMahon, who finds himself going one way, then coming back broadcast side and finding Zeitz. And they've conceded some ground here, St Mary's, and he's now directing traffic, asking somebody to present up so he can hit a kick to the wing. Not as he's out. Maddock through his hands for Newtown. Damien McMahon just a handball blindly into space, wanting Dowling. Well done, Orr. Later, wonderful tackle, and that's holding the ball. Paddy Dowling, if he had got that fend off, he would have been out and away. But Harrison Orr has stuck a nice tackle there to hold the situation up for Newtown. And it'll be a free kick at left half back, Kirsch, for multi-skills.
It was a fantastic tackle. They couldn't let him out. We know how strong he is, and if he was out, he was away.
He was, dude. The don't argue didn't quite work that time.
It didn't that time.
So Orr at half-back for Newtown. Orr brings it very close to the boundary line. Wilkinson, Hamlin hanger from Charlie Sprague in front. Did well in a pack of 4 and took the mark right in front of Josh Conway down on the boundary line.
I thought Buzz was a chance.
And Sprague, great play. Sheena came across, just stood off the mark and then was able to come across and smother the ball. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw in centre wing right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Can you get a better smother than that? That was
pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in. Wilkinson, beautiful palm down to Matt McMahon, but he was under pressure immediately. Chalcraft dumped in a tackle by Lloyd. Chance here for a handball up to Garner. Jammed it on the boot after receiving from Maishman. Kick towards forward 50. Bounced away from Maddock. Well done. Knocked forward McMullen into the path of Dowling. Fumble. Taken high. Free kick. He got down low. Maddock got low as well, but not low enough, and was able to only manage to get the arm around the neck of Paddy Dowling, who turns his back very quickly and says, I'm not passing it to any of you clowns. I'm going to have a shot at goal.
From what we've seen today, though, they've let 3 or 4 of those go when the player goes low. They've been watching a lot of TV, and then they,
that's a free kick.
That was a free kick. They were all free kicks, but yes, it's a bit topical, isn't it, Kingy, that tackle at the moment?
Dowling to get the Matheson Pavilion rocking here this afternoon. He sends it on its way. It's a driving, long ball. It's a Paddy Dowling special. He kicks his 3rd of the afternoon, and he moves to 40 for the season. And he moves to within 12 of Mitchie Patton, who sits on top of the Kershaw medal.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need many chances, does he, Dowling? I think he's going to need more than 12 chances, though, to catch him.
It is the Suto medal here on camera. Big one here. 18 points, biggest lead of the afternoon now for St Mary's, 8-9-57. Newtown, 6-3-39. Dowling has 3 and 40 for the season. And no, he won't. Well, he does have a game in hand on Mitch
he
Patton.
does. He's got 2 games left, hasn't he?
Yes.
So he'll need a bag of 6 and 6 or a few more today.
Well, he might get a couple too, because Garner's putting it forward again towards Sorji Varney. Handball on the out was perfect. Pritchard got a little bit of a push as he got a left foot kick away to the goal square. Is their mark taken? No, the umpire said 1 behind. So I don't know what Newtown were doing. They can't play on that quick, can they?
He dropped it, and it was a point, so they probably can.
They probably can.
Oh, no, the umpire's got to...
Yes, got a wave. So 1 behind to St Mary's, 8-10-58. They lead Newtown 6-3-39.
He actually doesn't have to wave. I think he's only got a signal.
Yes, that's right. So the ball back in straight down the middle for Newtown, looking for Panuccio in the end. Handball, outball Garner. Can't take it though. Let's put the tackle on. Bove was there as well. In the middle, Big Pack Maloney and also Cole. And I think Ben Maloney was just making sure that Harry Cole's face was okay there and just making sure the modelling career was all right. It was right over the top of him, ball up, centre half forward.
Well, Ben is a TV star, as we know.
Correct, that's exactly
those
Power Core zone.
Power Core ads.
For others, that's right.
Here's Maishman getting a handball release from Saw Giovanni. Flying shot at goal from Maishman will miss to the right. Just won't be able to pull it back enough. Through for a minor score. Margin is 20. So they're peppering here. It's now 19 scoring shots to 9, but the margin is only 20 as we approach 19 minutes gone, 3rd quarter. Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, Port Arlington and Geelong to Docklands. There's no better way to travel.
So the kick in Lloyd. Goes to the outer side. Oh, big jump up over the top of Diamond by Pritchard. And there's a free kick being picked out for something.
Pritchard got a fist on it, so it can't be for an unrealistic attempt to mark.
Well, anyway, so Newtown have the free kick, and it goes wide to Byrne, who's got it just back end of centre wing in front of the scoreboard here. And Anthony Costa Oval wheels around on that familiar left and goes towards half forward. Big pack there. No mark, but Hollard's second effort was good. Inside 50. Getting back there. Good mark, Sprague. And did well. We'll be able to switch the ball to Maishman, who's had a good third term. He takes the mark uncontested. Bit of space to move on. He's called to play on now. Wants to go down the line. Chalcraft gives him a lead. Lloyd from behind defensively. And still in the field of play. Comes back to Maddock. Going to be getting back to Diamond. Mitch over the top to Reid. He's handball to Lloyd. Underneath to Walter. Close to the boundary line. Lloyd. Handball by Walter. Does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. And it will be a boundary throw in. At half forward for the Newtown side. They're 6-3-39. They're 20 points down. Some areas 8-11-59. We've played 20 minutes in this third term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
Need a goal, Newtown.
Yep.
Ball back into play. Wilkinson not winning the tap down. Chalcraft at the bootlaces of Garner, who tried to hack it off the ground, went about 8 metres into the path of Maloney, but it's going to be high contact as Maloney in riding the tackle, and Walter is caught one to the face. This is a little bit similar, Josh, to maybe Fiore on Cole in terms of the high fend off.
A little bit. I thought Maloney had possession of the ball. I think there might be a 50 being paid here for dissent as well, Kingy.
Yep, so that's going to walk Zach Walter. And we know 50 here on Anthony Costa Oval on this smaller ground is a very big penalty. So that's going to be about 25, make it maybe 30 out from goal. So Zach Walter to have a shot at the much-needed goal they require to pull within 14 points late in this third quarter. We've ticked into time on. 21 minutes gone.
It was Jared Garner, so Matt McMahon's come over to make sure he told him about it too.
Did he?
Back giving away the 50.
So they're having a chat, Jared and Matt.
over there too.
So good to see a little bit of spice in this one. Zach Walter, not a noted goal kicker, has pulled that one to the left and through for a minor score. Actually only has the one goal to his name in 17 GFL senior games. And he hasn't added to it there. All he's added is a behind. 6-4-40 Newtown. St Mary's 8-11-59. 19 points the difference in this third quarter of Carroll football, thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Travellini kicked it in and found Sherman, who goes into the peck pocket. And Connors along the line, tried to drill the ball towards Maishman. Might get it back. Is that a push in the back? The umpire said no, throw it in. At the arc of where the 50 meets the boundary, we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Has been your spice-free contest. It's like your vegetarian dish with no spice at the moment. It's
very bland.
Just very
bland.
It's a bit tofu.
It's a bit tofu. Want some action. Bit vegan. Let's go. Ball on the outboard. Diamond. Mitch plays the don't argue, runs out of space. And we're going to have another throw-in. 55 around from the Newtown goal. They down by 19 points. 8-11-59. St Mary's Newtown. 6-4-40.
Needs to be a bit more KFC.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A bit of spice in there. Come on.
Segue.
10 original
Nice.
tenders for $10. Did someone say KFC? Sheen grabs it out of the ruck, jams it inside, forward 50, rolling ball knocked away by Fiore. Tried to knock it towards Harris, missed him. Handball has been taken by Diamond. He's taken in a Sherman tackle. Somehow got his arms free and got a handball, but the ball has dribbled out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket. It's the Lockie Peck pocket, as we like to call it here at St Mary's. Lockie Peck running around in the twos today. On his way back from a head knock suffered against South Barwon. Played about 10 minutes a quarter, basically, is what he played, we understand. From the boundary throw-in, Byrne, a handball for Newtown that missed its target. Garner barging his way through it, left half back for St Mary's. He left the footy behind. Here's Dowling, freeing the arms, lost it in the tackle. It'll be holding the ball, I reckon, and it is now advantage paid. Handball out the front of the pack might have been Rory Diamond to Mitch Diamond. They want Fiore. Riley Hall with a good defensive spoil. Knocks it through for a minor score. Margin 18. 6-5-41 Newtown and Chilwell St Mary's. 8-11-59. 23 and a half minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries. There's no better way to travel.
St Mary's dominated the quarter, but if Newtown could jag one before the three-quarter time siren, because that is the scoring end to the right of screen.
Well, ball came in towards Hall, close to the boundary line. Coming back to Sprague, back to Hall. Threw about the handball over the top. It's all Newtown, though, Bove. Oh, he has to get wrapped up by Harry McMahon. He dropped the football. And good defensive play from Harry McMahon. At half-back. Bites it off. Sutterby in front of Garner. Took the mark. And just inside the centre square, he chips the ball to McMahon. Matt, who wants to play on quickly, gets around, 45 out towards Hall in front, punched away defensively, Newtown. Oh, Hall comes in high and gave that one away, and I think that's the easiest free kick they'll give all day. It was pretty high. He's saying to the umpire, he ducked, he moved, he put his legs down, but I think he got Charlie Harris pretty high.
Yeah.
And will shoot for goal from 28 directly in front.
Jace, that one was high.
Yeah, that one was high.
This is the goal we were talking about.
Yep.
And what they've done is Newtown have moved the ball really quick into their forward 50 the last couple of times, and it doesn't allow St Mary's to set up behind the ball. So, bit better play by Newtown with a bit more urgency.
Charlie Harris comes in and splits the middle. So he's first of the afternoon.
Makes it interesting.
And the 7th for Newtown. They go to 7-5-47. They trail St Mary's 8-11-59. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
You feel they've had control because they started to win the one-on-ones. They started to win the contested ball. But at the end of the day, the scoreboard tells the tale, and they're only 2 goals out of it. So if Newtown can just hang in there for the next couple of minutes till the siren goes and then reload in the last quarter, we're in for a massive last quarter.
Just doesn't feel like a 12-point game. That's a little bit ho-humish at the moment.
It is ho-humish because obviously 19 scoring shots to 12 as well. So Marys have certainly had opportunities to put this game to bed. But the game's still alive.
Wilkinson won the tap down here at pace was Bove, harassed by Cole, being held on to. Umpire said play on. Condi came up and met the loose footy for Newtown, taken inside the centre square in a tackle. We'll get a ball up. It's got to be paid a free kick. You've got to allow ball players to run at the ball, and Cole was hanging on there to Bove. Tapped down by Wilkinson out wide. Condi rolling ball. Sutterby tried to dive onto it. Just shoveled it forward towards the 50. Cole came hard. So did Connors for St Mary's. Neither could take it cleanly. Rolling ball attacked by Rayner. Did okay. Got away from Wilkinson a little bit too easily. Then on his left boot, he sends a nice kick onto the chest of McMullen. Play opens up here for St Mary's. McMullen to half forward. Garner got away from Orr. Takes the mark. Somebody you could hear yelling, that's 50. Orr just tried to hold him up. Kick inside. 50. St Mary's player goes to ground. It might have been McMullen, or was it Dowling? It was Dowling. Mark taken by Lloyd, and his short kick marked by Bove at left halfback.
Bove looking to go down the middle. Oh, it's a terrible mung kick in the middle, but for flux of fortune, Mick Condi, but he left it behind in the middle, and umpire Muff get out of the way, and Connors on centre wing gets the ball in the end. He was the one extra there for St Mary's.
It was the plus
goes towards Dowling, who nearly takes a 1-2-hander. The umpire said over the shoulder, and in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion, very happy with that free kick. Dowling plays on. Oh, no, he's called back. Hang on a minute. He's going to be right behind the boundary line, and the man on the mark as well. And it's going to be Paddy Dowling now. He drills the ball. Beautiful kick. And found a very open Trent McMullen.
It took about 45 seconds for him to come back, go again.
Christensen, in fact, it is.
Come back, go again, and he was still unmanned at the top
very
of the
much
50.
like at the other end.
I know.
And how you can pick people out like that after the play has been settled down. And Sam Christensen will have a set shot for goal from 50 out. Slight angle, southern end of the ground, close to siren time for three-quarter time. 12 the difference at the moment. Is this the reply from the Harris goal? He brings it back. Hasn't quite got the distance and through. 4-1 behind, so they go to 8-12-60 now. St Mary's, Newtown 7-5-47. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Lloyd with the kick-in duties for Newtown. Into the right back pocket he goes, and Mark taken in front of the past players stand. That might be done with the footies. Blake Reed short. That's not a great kick, and he's kicked it straight to Harry McMahon, and inside 50 goes to Dowling, and just a poor execution of skill from Blake Reed. And he could see his team, instead of trailing by a couple of kicks at three-quarter time, trailing by more than 3. Dowling, he's got 3 this afternoon. It's been an unobtrusive 3 goals from Paddy Dowling, but in a low-scoring game where we've only kicked, well, potentially this will be the 16th goal. If he kicks it, he'll have 25% of the goals kicked on the ground as we approach three-quarter time for a 19-point St Mary's lead. He'll kick from 47. He starts at left. He shanked it. And that has gone out of bounds on the full. From the sublime to the ridiculous from Paddy Dowling, the margin stays 13. 8-12-60. Newtown 7-5-47. 28 and three-quarter minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
So Braden Hocking with the resultant free kick. Goes to the outer side. Long kick over the back. Oh, not. No, free kick Sheehan for a hold. Or a chop, whichever one you like. So Sheehan has it at half back, wants to move it quickly, gets it towards half forward. Sprague used the body beautifully there. Just pushed Fiore under the ball and was able to take the mark at centre half back, settle the play, and goes out wide with the kick. So just controlling it to Pritchard. Takes the mark at centre wing. Comes back in ball. Maloney probably dropped the ball he should have taken in mark. Now Walter, and that's pushed off to football, is it? I think Sherman will take the free kick. Sheehan giving away that free kick. So Sherman, lateral kick to Travellini, takes the mark. Got Damien McMahon short. He's got Garner short as well. He's got Harry McMahon short. They're all calling for it. He's got a longer option at half forward. Is not. He can't take the mark. Christensen puts the tackle on. He's going to pay holding the ball here. He has all afternoon. And free kick.
He is your holding the ball umpire.
He is the holding the ball specialist. He is. And Sam Christensen has the ball 55 out from goal. He's going to drive it towards the pocket. And they get there. Is their mark taken? Oh, no, mark nearly. Very close. And that mark only taken by Saw Giovanni, who caught one on the drive-by there. So boundary throw in right forward pocket. Samira's into attack.
Right forward pocket, boundary throw in. Wilkinson just palming it down, but only into the path of Garner. Good tackle, dragging him to ground, winning a free kick. Lloyd had to lay that, and he did very well. And he had his foot grabbed by Garner, so he just gives him a shove as he tried to extract himself from the situation. Lloyd will bring it towards the boundary, and the mark taken by Walter, Zach Walter. Left half back, long way from home. They'd love another one. He tucks it under the arm and takes off because, he lost it when the bounce didn't come back to him. Now he's got trouble. Rayner tackles. He kicks looking for McMahon. Big spoil Maloney. Got a good piece of it. Ricochets back to Harry McMahon. Gave it off to Sherman. Sherman a kick inside, forward 50. Back with the flight. Well judged, Maddock. Nice mark for Newtown as he goes across the face of goal. They look to set up from the left back pocket. Long raking kick from Lloyd is a well-weighted one, but Bove went through his hands. Couldn't mark, not freed the arms. Then had a fresh area on the kick, diving on a McMahon for Newtown. Socket off the ground, Rayner. Rolling ball attacked by Garner. Spills nicely for Christensen, but there's a bit going on in back play.
He's in trouble here, Kingy. He's just dotted Nick Knott right in the mush. I think he's going to get carded here, Kingy.
Who, McMahon?
Yep, just dotted him right in the mush.
And Travellini's not happy
and
about
it is
either.
and it is on now. Jai Sheehan is into it, and Charlie Sprague.
Oh, gee whiz.
So Matt McMahon. Now this, if this is serious, what Josh? Did you see it? And what have you seen?
Yeah,
and
not just sort of held him down after a contest, and Matt sprung up and definitely threw an arm, whether it was a closed fist or an open hand to the face, but definitely got him across the mouth with whatever he did.
So Matt McMahon comes to the bench. He's been yellow carded, so that will be 15 minutes. So that will be well into. He won't play until the last 5 minutes of match time in the last quarter. And now it's a 50-metre penalty as well as a result. So Nick Knott's going to get marched to the goal line, or not far from.
He's taking him on an angle.
So into the right forward pocket, he'll go Nick Knott.
Hang on, if this is a free kick in the middle of the ground,
you just go straight down?
It's a direct line, isn't it?
Yeah, look where he's taking him.
So he's taking him into the right forward pocket.
That's
so
bizarre.
it's just a little degree of difficulty. But the piece on this is that Matt McMahon potentially gets the tribunal or an MRP offer. Doesn't rule him out of a final. He's not shot at goal. He's kicked it. And they now lead by 19 as we approach 33 minutes gone, third quarter. So it's a minute and a half of a season that maybe we'll be talking about for a heck of a long time. St Mary's now 9-12-66. Newtown are 7-5-47 as we go down to Josh Conway, and there is still push and shove going on. But you're near the Newtown bench, Buzz.
Yeah, I don't think they were quite thrilled with the decision from what you can hear. There's whistles going off everywhere. I think the umpire's going to break it up. Oh, did you see all the St Mary's players? They really got to Knott too, didn't they? They were happy with his work, weren't they?
The wheels have really fallen off in that last minute and a half.
Well, you blokes said it was a bit ho-hum.
I did. I called it the vegetarian with no spice. Number 19 on the menu.
Knott gets it down. Oh, it's three-quarter time, so it's going to...
And Walter's having a nice go at Garner here too, verbally.
Jared Garner's gone through, and after the siren's gone, he's intimated with a sort of elbow up that he would go Zach Walter. He didn't get him, and he had no intention of it, but it was the old... just to let you know that I'm here after the siren from Jared Garner. But it's a bit of a powder keg ready to explode, I reckon, here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Can't wait for the last quarter, Kingy.
Jai Sheehan has been involved in a little bit with Charlie Sprague.
Oh, buckle in, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt McMahon's got the socks down for the moment. So the umpires are just standing having a consultation. Not sure what they're consulting about.
Josh was right there, so hopefully he's got the cans off a bit so he can hear what was going
St
on.
Mary's have gone into a very, very tight huddle for a discussion.
About just cool heads, I reckon they'll be talking about.
You know what the funniest bit is? Trav Robinson's out there, he's laughing, he's carrying on. He loves watching the blokes do this.
And that little St Mary's huddle, Ben Maloney was telling them a joke. They're all absolutely pissing themselves.
I love it. I love it. That's great.
Oh, wow. We are set for a massive last quarter. The margin is 19. Just a game reset. Matt McMahon has been yellow carded for an incident with Nick Knott. So the Newtown skipper will miss 3/4 of the final quarter. And we are set for some sort of final term. It is 66-47. St Mary's leading Newtown and Chilwell. Wow.
Go get the popcorn, people at home.
Sit back and relax.
Let's breathe. Hope you're enjoying it through the AFL Bar and Facebook live stream, KRock 955, and of course, krock.com.au. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7, the new Mexican Jaffle, only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, KRock footy.
Tom, Lingy and Loggy on KRock 955.
Fun facts to send you off to work with today. Male koalas don't chase females. Oh, no. Instead, usually between midnight and 3 a.m, they lay back, make themselves comfortable, and bellow loudly at any females in the area to come and join them.
I think I know that guy.
Sharon!
Tom, Lingy and Loggy. 6 a.m. weekdays, KRock 955. Enroll to swim at Swim Sport and Leisure. Last week to score free kids goggles.
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
You play strong, now look strong. Loco Sportswear ice stream apparel for championship teams. On the field, on the court, all sports. Plus a full range of training wear and supporter merchandise. No artwork fees, no delivery fees, just great value. And Loco Sportswear turns around orders fast. They can even set up an online store for your club. Loco Sportswear. Play strong, look strong. locosportswear.com.au.
St John of God Geelong Hospital has been the leading provider of private maternity services in the Geelong and Barwon region for more than 60 years, bringing thousands of precious babies into the world. Our maternity service provides you with a unique and personalised experience, with your chosen obstetrician caring for you through pregnancy, birth and beyond. Enjoy your stay in our relaxing private rooms with access to a range of services designed especially for you and your baby. To find out more, see sjog.org.au/Geelong Maternity.
If you're looking to train for skills you want to gain, operator, digger, or work as a rigger. Multi-skills, unleash your potential. Multi-skills, unleash your potential.
Multiskills.com.au. RTO ID 40846.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
McMahon sinks the slipper into it, gives it a decent ride and kicks a wonderful goal, and he likes it too, the Tanner skipper. Lammy's Tavern goal of the day contender, a driving ball from Matt McMahon. Spills nicely for Christensen, but there's a bit going on in back play.
He's in trouble here, Kingy. He's just dotted Nick Knott right in the mush. I think he's going to get carded here, Kingy.
Right in the mush. I love
Dotted
that.
him,
Right in the bush, thanks to Josh Conway to bring us live down on the boundary line. 3/4 time here at the Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's 9-12-66. Newtown 7-5-47. Kingy just discussions with the natives down there with Sammy Nichols and one of the McMahon boys. And
he wasn't sure which one it was.
He said, "G'day, mate."
Yeah. Hey, Macca.
3/4 time, it has lit up.
It has.
Between the old rivals, the foes, St Mary's and Newtown here at Anthony Costa Oval. Both sides still in their huddles. We'll go down to Josh Conway shortly for our ground report, thanks to South Point Garden Supplies. Ash and the team at South Point Garden Supplies. 15, I'll get it out. Yeah. It's Sunday, 15. We'll get there. Boneyards Avenue, Torquay, just behind Bunnings. So make sure you go down and see the boys at South Point Garden Supplies. Where is Josh? He's out there somewhere, I think. The St Mary's boys have split up. Dino's found him, which is amazing. There he is, down there in front of the Newtown huddle. We'll go down to Josh Conway at ground level.
Thank you, Jace. I was just trying to get a word on what Damien Imam was having to say. I'm going to try and grab him as he comes back to the bench. See what he thinks about his captain's incident. Let's see if we can intercept him here.
So Josh is just trying to find Damien. Here he is.
What do you need to do in this final term, mate? There's a bit of a bridge to gap, isn't there?
There is, yeah. No, we just need to get the ball moving forward. We probably haven't been able to clear it out of our stoppages quick enough, but if we can get some momentum, quick, rapid fire out of that stoppage scenario, we'll be in a position where we can take it forward and hopefully kick the goals we needed to win the game. And
you'll have to do it for most of the quarter without the captain. Did you see anything of the incident?
No, I didn't see it, but yeah, we'll live with that. We'll move on and we'll fight out the game.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Damien McMahon there, great for him to join us. Good work, Josh Conway down boundary side this afternoon. Spars, just give us an idea on the weather conditions down there. It has darkened off a little bit here, but stayed relatively mild, and the wind not much of an impact, although maybe slightly heading towards the swimming pool end.
Yeah, I don't think the wind will play much of a factor, Kingy. It's next to nothing down here at ground level, so conditions shouldn't play a part in this final term.
Is it going to be combustible out there in this last quarter, do you think?
I think so. There was still plenty of barbs going after that three-quarter time siren, even from in between the huddles. There was still some words being thrown. So, yeah, memory like elephants, these two.
Yeah, Leopold Sportsman's Club around the grounds. Thank you, Josh Conway. 77-74, three-quarter time. Lockie Bond has kicked 3 goals. Now, if you had those 3 goals from over there, here, they'd trail by a point, Newtown. He's had 3 goals from 6 disposals, 5 kicks, so that's quite efficient. That's all he has to do. From Lockie Bond, just some numbers. Quinton Arkle, 29 disposals for the Cats. Sean Higgins, 21. Mitch Nevitt with 20. And in the AFL for Leopold Sporties, North Melbourne, 52. Sydney, 98. Brisbane and Carlton starting 12 minutes. Final quarter. Strap yourselves in. Here's Jace.
Wilkinson, big thump down, and now Bove got a fresh air shot. Kick off the ground by Diamond. Inside 50 for Newtown. Sprague pushes Hocking past the football and goes back and gets it and gets clear and gets a right foot kick to centre wing. Torpedo, but Dowling has to come, but he couldn't get there in time. Fiore took the mark on centre wing.
Descent.
Ben Maloney has been given 50 metres against him. Wow. He obviously said something to the umpire. I tell you what, he must have had a megaphone. The umpire was miles away.
But there was no reason for any dissent because it was just a mark. No, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just an opposition mark.
I don't know.
Whether he was having a go at Dowling, and because Dowling's a bit confused as well.
He is. He's miffed.
Space?
Space?
He was
nearly in the Don Matheson Pavilion, Robbo. Is that wide? Gee whiz.
See, how's that impact the game?
Well, it's going to, because Liam Fiore's got a set shot for goal from 45. That's how it is going to impact the game. He comes in, and he hasn't kicked a goal yet. This is a good start for Newtown if he can put it in. I think he's missed.
Wow.
Ooh, wow. So, let off there for St Mary's. And they go to 7-6-48 Newtown. St Mary's 9-12-66. APCO Cafe 24/7 K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Travellini with a long kick into right half back. It's well weighted to Hall. Hall fires a handball forward. Chalcraft has got it, although he dropped it in front of Wilkinson in front of the scoreboard, and Wilkinson picked up the loose footy and then he caught one high, I reckon, which is a pretty impressive feat.
He spiked the wrong way.
The umpire pointed the wrong way, but he has given the handball off to Sutterby. Sutterby kicks towards centre half forward. Hocking's gone back forward after going back for a little while in that third quarter. Maloney holds him up. Hocking swings out onto the right boot, driving it long, sending it towards a goal square, judging it. Lloyd couldn't complete the mark. Ball at ground level. Connors at the bottom of the pack. Condi over the top of him.
On the ball.
Says holding the ball.
He was always going to pay it that one.
As Chipper Connors has been pinged for holding it. Mick Condi is going to make the margin 12 points at the 2-minute mark. And he just chips it over the top into the KFC signage. And we are back to it, a couple of kicks. And Mick Condi has got 3 for the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to lay a tackle, you want umpire Brown around you, let me tell you. So you're going to get it every time.
He is hot.
He is red hot.
Well, they Do want you to move the ball on if you dive onto it.
Consistent.
He has been very consistent, Jason. That's all we asked for.
Yep. 2 minutes gone. Final term. APCO Cafe 24/7 scoreboard. Try the new Mexican Jaffle only at APCO Cafe 24/7. We're back within 12 points.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm looking forward to about the 23-minute mark when Matt McMahon comes back into the contest.
Garner gets it from the middle towards centre half forward. McMullen wrapped up by Maddock. The two big blokes go at it. Ball spills free. Comes out. Not over the top of it with Wilkinson. Tried to tap it on. Rory Diamond. He lost the football. Mitch Diamond in there. Now to Sutterby. His handball over the top. Bove. Held on to, got rid of the football. Connors got it back to Damien McMahon in the middle. Right foot kick open, half forward flank. Coming across for Fiore. Stood there, Mark Andor, pretty high hit from Tom Lang as he ran through too. Kerman struggling at the back with
no, he's not into the get, is he? He's got the King Moz.
Oh my God, we can never be allowed to come to a Newtown game again for Luke Kerman out the back. Chalcraft's handball to nobody in particular. Bove got it out the back to Sutterby on centre wing. Handball back to Walter under pressure. Got it through, did nicely to Sutterby again. Back to Orr, across half back to Walter. Usually pretty good with a kick. Then I mozzed him. Sawney goes back to Sherman. Handball over the top, back to the middle. Pressure from both sides. Damien McMahon wrapped up, loses the football. Umpire says yes, he did. Free kick, Newtown, Sutterby to take it.
It's advantage paid as he goes with a kick to Reid. Marks just inside the centre square. Broadcast side. Sees something he likes on the lead and down low. Taking the mark is Lloyd. Mitch Diamond working hard into the right forward pocket and with the one hand reels it in. Front of the Matheson Pavilion. He's 45, well, man on the mark, 45 from goal. Right forward pocket. Diamond gets a lead short and finds Hocking. So good presentation from Hocking and the kick was equal to the task. And Braden Hocking will have the opportunity to make the margin one straight kick. It hasn't been in single figures since the 26-minute mark of the second quarter when Tommy Langgold to give his side a 10-point advantage. A big kick in the context of this match with Braden Hocking from 48 metres out. Gives it a good strike, fades it back nicely, and they're back within 6 points. 9-6-60, 9-12-66, and if recent history tells us anything, we should have expected this. A draw early in 2021, less than a kick just 6 weeks ago. And now we're back to within a kick here on a Sunday afternoon in the final term for APCO Cafe 24/7.
Well, it's showing a bit of their flexibility again too, because Hocking's gone forward and Matt Lloyd's gone deep into the forward line. We know how good a player Matty Lloyd is, as I reckon he might be able to give him something down there. In the back half, you've got Maddock who's marked everything, and now Fiore off that half-back flank. So they're looking like they're a little bit more balanced at each end. So, it's all there for them now, isn't it?
Three-quarter time at Marvel, Sydney 99, 53.
Wilkinson with a 50-metre smash to the 50-metre line to Byrne to run onto it. Reels around, 45 out, left foot kick as he brought it back far enough. Oh, he's just missed.
Wilkinson's punched that 35 metres, Jason.
Wilkinson to Byrne and a kick for goal. That's the way to do it. 9-7-61. Newtown St Mary's 9-12-66.
It was an inside 50 from his fist.
APCO Cafe 24/7. K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Sprague into the right back pocket he goes, and the kick is a nicely weighted one onto the chest of Sherman, but they're still inside defensive 50, the Saints. He goes short and wide, and Travellini next to the boundary line has marked it right half back. Good crowd rolling in to Anthony Costa-Oval this afternoon. He goes short back inside defensive 50 to Sherman. Sherman across the face of goal. Hall dropped what he should have taken. Time to recover. Fires a handball to Connors. Connors right on the 50-metre line at left half back. Kicks back inside defensive 50 to Sherman, and they now try to open them up on the broadcast, the GMHBA stand side again as Travellini, where he had it about 35 seconds ago, goes short this time to Damien McMahon. St Mary's keeping control of the footy but struggling to find a way out.
Good defence by Newtown here.
Going long towards centre wing with the kick. Big pack there, free kick found, push. And I think it's going to come back to Cam Wilkinson, who was in front. He got pushed in the back. Nick Knott stands the mark. So 7 played Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel in this final term. 5 points of difference. Wilkinson goes with a long kick, nearly as long as his thump in the last ruck contest. Byrne from behind takes the mark against Harry McMahon. A little bit too easy. And will shoot for goal from 45 out, slight angle, and he will have no problems with the distance. It'll be a question of accuracy, you would suspect, for Charlie Byrne.
Well, he's a big kick, and we know he's a good kick too. It's one thing, he has got some penetration with his kick, so distance will not be an issue whatsoever.
So Byrne comes in, 45 out, leans back on it, in fact.
Didn't he?
Leaned back and pushed it through for one behind. So 4 points of difference, 9-8-62 Newtown. St Mary's 9-12-66. Apco Cafe, 24/7 K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Travellini will bring it broadcast side into the back pocket or half back. He wants McMullen, and well done Hocking across the front, big fist. Sends it out of bounds, boundary throw-in at right half forward. Good crowd, Dom Atherson Pavilion, Sunday afternoon, K-Rock football. It's St Mary's 66, Newtown 62. Had a draw last time they met here at Anthony Costa Oval. May last year. Could we get another one? Wilkinson winning the tap down. Roving Sotheby handball. Quick release to Walter. That kick went high inside 50. Off the front of the pack. Harris did okay. Handball on the bounce. Ball coming through down. Knocked it away with Chalcraft, I should say. Now it goes towards Knott. He fists it only into the path of Sawney. Sawney jams it on the boot, floating towards goal. Back with the flight. Well judged, the mark. Damien McMahon. He would bob up in your cereal in the morning. That's how much work he does, but he's kicked wide, just got to where it was intended. Hocking got a hand on it, but it was taken by Travellini, and he's found Harry McMahon, I should say, with a little chip over the top, and he gave it back to Travellini.
Who runs through centre wing, goes towards half forward with a kick. Christensen can wheel and go. He does now, and runs long to the peck pocket. McMullen on a lead. He gets there, does he? Yes, he does. The umpire says he's taken it. In the field of play, Kerman was behind him, so he is deep in the Lockie peck pocket here. Trent McMullen.
Just acknowledgement to you too, Chase. He actually got it right that time as Lockie Peck pocket, not the Paul Peck pocket.
Yeah, well, I think we should call it the Paul Peck pocket when I muck it up. So that's good. Trent McMullen goes to the right foot kick. And he's kicked the latest 7th goal of the day.
There was
from
a
the
lucky
Lockie Paul Peck pocket.
The son of Paul pocket.
Son of Paul. He's kicked his first, and a bit of breathing space for the home side after Newtown had done most of the forward entries in this final term. They go to 10-12-72 St Mary's. Newtown 9-8-62. 10 minutes played. Final term. Apco Cafe K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
It's been a tale of the game, hasn't it? They just get within that 4 points or 5 points within that kick, and then St Mary's have the ability to get up the other end and just score, well, relatively easy along that outside flank and wing. So it was a great kick, though. It was a bit of a lull when he kicked it. We weren't sure whether it went through.
Not bad time for just your second goal of the year.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Wilkinson again with a 25-metre fist, gets it towards the edge of the centre square, tracking it onto the footy. Cole did okay, knocked it to his own advantage. Showed good toe, then kicked to the outside of the right boot. Too much on it for Garner. All cleaned up for Newtown on the bounce. Gave it to Walter, who has to kick on his left boot. A floating ball that's positioned nicely for Sherman to mark. Did very well, then wide with a kick. Travellini has got it. Had plenty of it this afternoon. He's on the outer wing. He goes short with a kick onto the chest of Zeitz, who gives a handball back to Travellini. He's carving them up out there. Kick inside forward, 50. Here's Damien McMahon. Can't mark, knocked it to advantage, wanted Dowling, but Zach Walter got across. His handball missed its target and diamond. Saw Giovanni, high kick, top of the square, they'll compete. Dowling can't complete the mark. At ground level, Wilkins, was a free kick too high, coming back. And it'll go to Newtown just as Wilkinson had cleared a kick out of defensive 50. There is Maddock, who is on his haunches at the moment. The ball will come back for St John of God. Just a little bit of concern there. And, gee, it'd be nice to get some medical staff out to him to check on him. There we are. He's just arriving now. He's just trying to work out whether he's Luke Maddock or Phil Maddock. Hopefully he's okay. He's really battling here.
Too good. Yeah, must have got him good because he's a tough customer.
Yeah. He might need a concussion protocol potentially, depending on what's happened. So the resultant free kick to be taken by Dunn in the left back pocket.
He goes towards half back with the kick. Wilkinson goes up. Good mark. Hamlin Hanger contender from Cam Wilkinson and plays on quickly. He's like playing like a man possessed. He kicks the ball a very, very long way in the air towards centre wing. McMahon, Damien wrapped up. Oh, he got rid of the football just in time. Ling got a clearing kick back towards half forward. Ball spills free. Sherman again, kick around the corner towards half forward. Done from behind. Harry McMahon against him, or Sorgiovanni gets it there close to the boundary line. He got the handball away, and they keep going. Kick around the corner from Knott into the pocket again. Dowling to put the tackle on. Ball spills free. Harry McMahon kick. Missed the target back towards centre half forward. Got some time though. Sherman, handball back towards Pritchard. Kick around the corner in the pocket. Dowling from behind. Can't take the mark. Can he wheel around? And the ball comes back. It's a good kick to Rayner. And it's just a little bit of tempo football there at the end. The ball came from McMullen back to Rayner, and he took the mark and will shoot for goal from 25 out, 45-degree angle.
Yeah, Pritchard in a bit of trouble there, Buzz.
I think it's just he's just winded Kingy just in that follow-through from his kick.
So Rayner comes in. It's 10 the difference now, just to make it 16. We've got a great look at this, and he kicks the goal. He's had a great afternoon, Caden Rayner, and he's kicked his second of the game. 11-12-78. Newtown 9-8-62. 16 points of difference, and we see Brady Pritchard with his shoulder or collarbone there. So we'll get Buzz to keep an eye on that for St John of God. But back to 16 points of difference, 11-12-78 St Mary's. Newtown 9-8-62 APCO Cafe K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, they've thrown a few jabs, Newtown, but they just couldn't get that big sucker punch in, and St Mary's gone at the other end and done it twice now. So can they respond? Can they kick the next and keep themselves in this game, or will St Mary's kick away with it now?
Wilkinson with a more deft tap this time. Bove, good tackle, bringing him to ground. Can't release. The umpire says, give it to me, I will ball it up. As he's wrapped up in a tackle there by Maishman, who's gone into the centre bounce. One again by Wilkinson into the path of Walter, who somehow found room where there was none, and then drives a kick long inside 50. Sheehan front position, good spoil from behind, knocking it away. And now a chance to clear. Handball over the top is okay for Dowling. Left back pocket, wants to pull it to centre half. Back. Oh, not had to stretch and mark, and did with the one hand. And that was going to be danger if he hadn't have marked it. His kick's a little bit haphazard, but time for Dowling to settle and drive a kick to half forward. And Lang, the gloved one, can't take just the one glove Michael Jackson style this afternoon for him. Gave it to McMullen, who gave it back to Lang. Lang swings onto his right boot. Kick partially smothered. It was a tumbling ball. It was hard to trap, but it was well played. Mitch Diamond up to Rory Diamond. Too slow. Pace of the game there. No awareness. Free kick Zeitz.
Zeitz now onto the lead of Christensen. He came, in fact, it was Giovanni, couldn't take it. Or, who's had a very good game, gets it away by hand to Panuccio at half-back. Goes wide for Sheehan, who leads Christensen in the race. Wants to wheel and go quickly on centre wing. Does so now. Inside 50. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Byrne gets across there. He's got a couple on him. Hall was one. His second effort was pretty good. He's on the boundary line. Handballed it back, but only as far as Nick Connors, the boundary line, beckoned anyway. And we will have a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for Newtown. They trail by 16 points, and we've played 15 minutes in this final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Port Phillip Ferries, there's no better way to travel.
We'll be on Matt McMahon watch now. He won't be too far away from returning. Boundary throw in, left forward pocket, not won the tap. Kick of Garner was smothered well there by Lloyd, who now picks up the loose footy, towards it in the tackle. Ball rolls towards the boundary line. Sheen went to go off the ground and then realised if he had it, he might have put it out in the full, so he just sort of let it roll off his boot, and it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket. Any movement from McMahon, Buzz, down on the Newtown bench in terms of just getting the legs ticking over again?
Yeah, he's just doing some run-throughs, and the socks are back up, so he's ready to go, I think, Kingy.
Thank you for that.
Not a car or person has left.
Grabbed it out of the ruck. Garner was able to steal it away, dragged down by Hollard, affected the handball. Harris didn't get good purchase on the snap. It's a high floating ball. It's off the hands of the pack, falls at the top of the goal square. Chance here for Hall to try and clean up. Although Newtown have got numbers to try and lock it in, and it's going to come out the side door. Oh, high contact, not paid. Umpire thought the player ducked into it, and as a result didn't pay a free kick, and we'll get a ball up in the right forward pocket. At the swimming pool or Don Matheson Pavilion end of the ground, last man up is Maloney. What a surprise. Umpire Riches will throw it into the air, just gives himself some room. Sheen got front position in the ruck contest, won the tap. Chalcraft the roving, just threw it on the left boot for St Mary's. A high ball. Harry McMahon, that's a good strong mark in front of Dunder. Get St Mary's out of some sort of trouble for the moment.
Gets it lateral to Maloney at half-back, goes towards the lead of McMullen, who can't take the mark. Knott was there as well. And it will be off hands and out of bounds for a throw-in. Just forward to centre wing for Newtown.
Maddock about to come back onto the ground too. Jace Maddock about to
Maddock has come back, yes. On. So we see that thanks to Josh Conway down there, boundary side. For South Point Garden Supplies this afternoon on the ground report, and also for St John of God. Ball in dispute. The umpire says, get it out. He can't, he's surrounded. And he's given up the free kick, and Harry McMahon will take the free kick against Dunn. He goes short with it to Garner, who just rides the bump and plays on now from the middle, goes long with a kick inside to the Peck pocket. Now, which way is it going to bounce? Off a step with a tumbling punt towards Hollard. It ended up with the football against Connors, but Hall comes across to help out. Gets the ball only as far as Diamond Mitch, who gets back on the right foot, goes towards centre wing. And off the hands, Lloyd is there. He's got two on him, Connors, Lloyd. He held it in pretty well in the end. Did Diamond get a trip? The umpire said play on. Hollard's in there against Ling, and the umpire will come in now and ball it up. Out of side, centre wing. St Mary's 11-12, 78. They lead Newtown. 9-8-62. We played 18, final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
Forward to the wing, out of side. Need a goal and need one quickly, Newtown, if they're to keep this contest alive. You would think one more for St Mary's might put it to bed. Tap down, not. Roving Garner jammed it on his left boot for St Mary's towards half forward. Or attacked it for Newtown but couldn't get it clear from the area. Sutterby came in, tried to dive on the footy, but he left it behind, and Rayner kept his feet. Low ball at the bootlaces of a teammate who can't take it cleanly. That was McMullen. He did all right though, McMullen, because in the end the ball found its way to him. Back with a flight. Ling! Wonderful mark. Hamlin Hanger contender. And now it's on. Dowling, I think, didn't like the contact, and it's a bit of push and shove taking place. It'll come back to Lang. The mark actually wasn't paid. It was paid as high contact, but it was a Hamlin hanger. Back with the flight, pack bearing down. Tom Lang never took his eyes off the ball and took a wonderful mark and a chance maybe to put the game to bed for St Mary's. And then, of course, the push and shove came. And it might have been Fiore who gave the late contact, the high contact, and Paddy Dowling didn't like that. And then the push and shove came. But now we have Tom Lang looking for his third of the afternoon, 22nd of the season for St Mary's. It's across the face, and Sheen is marked, and the town as they stay alive, and Sheen quickly wants to get on with it with a long ball. It's a wonderful kick onto the chest of Byrne.
Byrne takes it at half back. He'll wheel and go on that left. Does so now towards centre wing. Lloyd in front. Nearly Sprague took the mark. Hold. They're sort of holding each other, weren't they? I don't know. A bit of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Column B, I thought.
But Lloyd's going to get the free kick on centre wing. So he's going to be able to try and drive it long for Newtown. He plays on now. So get it short in the end. Diamond missed the mark. He's got some support. Panuccio back. Now off a step. Zach Walter with a torpedo punt towards the top of the square. Going back. Pretty indiscriminate, I think, in the end there from Hollard. He's going to give away the free kick, and Damien McMahon in the last line of defence to take the free for the home side.
You almost let McMahon try and mark that. That's tough to take.
Yeah. Rather than give away the free. And easy out now. Yeah.
McMahon will take off from his defensive goal square, bring it broadcast side. Nick Knott is his target, and he should mark. Wonderful grab, despite the front on contact from Rory Diamond. Big Nick Knott gives a handball at close quarters. Garner's been busy. Handball Dowling off his bootlaces. That was a poor handball. He gave it straight to Zach Walter. Walter driving it long. Hocking back with the flight. Other way came McMahon. Knocked it into the pocket and picked up the loose footy. Damien McMahon. Bit going on off the footy, though. And there was a whistle and advantage paid. McMahon short to Ling. Ling will go back to McMahon. I'd love to see the GPS numbers for Damien McMahon as he sends his team towards right half back, and Travellini. And my voice after 3 games is about to give out.
And Josh Conway, I think Matt McMahon ready to come back on, Buzz?
Yeah, he's just stepping onto the field now.
There we go. So replacing Charlie Byrne. Travellini goes back towards Damien McMahon, who goes to Sherman across the back line. So they're switching the ball in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Sprague takes the grab, still inside defensive 50.
McMahon straight to Maloney.
Yeah, Fennick's gone to Nelson.
Straight up Nelson.
This will be interesting.
Sprague back to Sherman. So they're just wasting some time on the clock here, St Mary's, and they can, because Newtown laying off them at the moment. So into the opposite back pocket, Travellini has it. Front of the pass players stand. He goes along the line. Good kick. Harry McMahon takes it at 50. He chips the ball over the top. Long lead on from Lang, who takes it. Just possession football at the moment by St Mary's. Not rushing it. Umpire will call him to play on now. Tom Lang, back end to centre wing. High kick towards half forward. And at the back, McMullen has to defensively punch it away. Falls towards Garner over the top of it. Ball in dispute. And you can't pay that. I don't think so. The umpire's head is going to be held in. Thank goodness, because both Jared Garner and also Getting up there at the end was Luke Maddock, had hands on it. We'll have a ball up at half forward.
Wilkinson wins the tap down. Ball taken by Sutterby. Sutterby handball to Harris. Harris's underground handball to himself will work out okay. No, out of bounds. Just had Riley Hall speaking with assistant coach Luke Rayner going, where do you want me to go? And I reckon Riley was hoping for Luke to say, go to full forward and see if he can jag one. We'll get a boundary throw in. And grabbing it out of the ruck, Nick Knott, he jams it on the boot, buys 25 metres for his team, bounces away from Lang, cleaned up nicely across half back by Dunn. Handball off and they'll get some run from Walter. Walter a driving kick towards right half forward, won't have the carry he wants. Sherman a wonderful mark under pressure from Diamond on the juggle. Hamlin Hanger contender at a crucial time. As we approach 23 minutes gone in this final term, St Mary's, are they safe at 16 points, Kirsch?
I think they'll be safe for the next one.
Travellini back to Christensen at centre half. Back chips the ball. Damien McMahon brought his own footy in the last quarter across half back.
They are happy to maintain possession, though, aren't they, in the last sort of 3 to 5 minutes as well. So,
and they know how to do it.
Yeah, they do. Well, they're skillful enough to do it. That's the thing.
So McMahon, Damien has it, runs across half back, chips the ball to Sherman. And he goes back wide to Nick Connors, who's got a lot of space.
And if the opposition allows you to keep doing this, then why not?
Yeah,
you've got the game in hand.
So Connors called to play on now. Down the line, long towards Hall. Just on the ground. Can't take the mark. Oh, second effort was good. And the boys on the ground, on the boundary line are very happy with as well. Ball towards half forward. Fiore just got a little toe poke away. Sutterby handball on the up. Kerman. His kick out wide. Damien McMahon again there. Will it sit for him? Yes, it will. He drags it in. And he goes with the right foot kick under pressure, but he's turned the ball over and Kerman takes it at half back for Newtown.
Might as well roll the dice here, the Eagles, as he brings it broadcast side. He wants Panuccio over the top of Garner. Can't complete the mark. Cole picked it up nicely off his bootlaces. Handball back to Sherman. Sherman's neat little kick is nice to Garner. It barely went 15, but it hit the target. Now he wants the pocket, and McMullen, good defensive spoil, knocking it away by Maddock. And there's some sort of tackle that's been played as a push in the back or a sling that was brought to ground by Cole. And that is a combination where you'll see the two players with the shortest surnames in the GFL going head-to-head.
There's your fun fact.
Sounds like a nice little accounting firm. Orr and Cole. Yep. So the ball from Orr, long, towards Wilkinson, coming from behind, not with a big thump down. Kerman runs across half back, gets rid of the tackle, and goes for the right foot kick in the middle. Hall gets back there. Travellini as well, keeps in front of him. He's got Harris in pursuit, comes back to Hall, back to Travellini, and he goes back 30 metres. It's okay. Nick Connors has made some space for him. They wants to switch the ball to the other side. Guess who? And it's out on half back now. Damien McMahon over the top, and he gets it to Sprague.
Ollie Lee sends his regards to Harry Cole and also Harrison Orr to be in that three-letter surname club. If there's any more you can think of, boys, please get in on the party.
Okay.
Short kick finds Sherman. And Sherman goes wide, Dowling, and just as McMahon was trying to shut him down, he marks. Dowling comes back to the wing, and Maishman, or just inside the centre square, in fact, and now Maishman plays on, turns and swings onto his right boot, so he's not all alone, and he went to handball, but now he decides he'll kick and look for a mark, and he finds Zeitz, who juggles about 35 out directly in front, and if this game wasn't done, this is to put it to bed once and for all, and to lock away, you would suspect, the minor premiership, unless there was complete capitulation from St Mary's over the next fortnight. They will be finishing on top and starting their finals campaign from out of a second semi-final on Saturday, September 3. There's the siren in a quarter that's only gone 26 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Zeitz with the exclamation mark, and he has munged it off to the right and just snuck it in for a behind. And the final margin will be 17 points to the good of the Saints. They win it 11-13-79. Newtown 9-8-62 in this round 17 GFL clash. They go to 15-1. Newtown now are 13-4 ahead of a final round clash with Colac. You would suspect all they'll be deciding in that claim between Colac and Newtown is who's running out of the home rooms and who's wearing the dark-coloured shorts.
That's about it.
That's about it. So they'll basically be playing in a qualifying final before the qualifying final.
Yes, a pre-qualifying final.
Pre-qualifying final. Fifth quarter is underway. Thanks to our friends at the Sandman Mattress Factory. Sleep better with the Sandman's locally made two-sided mattresses made to outlast any other. Josh Conway is loitering with intent in the centre square, just waiting to be able to pluck one out of the St Mary's huddle for a chat. But there's going to be a little bit to come out of this one in terms of what it looks like for Matt McMahon. Of course, yellow carded. That means we'll potentially see an offer. If there's been a report laid, they'll make a day offer today. That then gets verified by the match review panel as we head down to Josh Conway, and he's been able to... he's got Mr. Powerclaw himself in Ben Maloney standing right beside him as he shakes a few hands, Ben Maloney. And Buzz, down to you.
Yeah, just getting a few well dones from the Newtown boys. Ben, congratulations. They make you earn that, don't you? Every time the last few years you've played Newtown, they make you work hard for the 4 points.
Yeah, they're never easy. Like, they're a quality side, and they're probably very similar to us too. So we know that we're going to have to go head-to-head everywhere across the ground. And, yeah, today we come away with the chocolate, so...
Kirsch in the box loves the matchup between you and Manny McMahon. I know you would love that too, but did you enjoy coming up against someone like that?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, probably similar. He probably gets 30 more touches than me, but probably similar style. And I also know how Kirsch used to play, so I know that's why he'd probably like that sort of contest.